Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. You are all especially welcome to today's live conversation. Yes, I know a lot of you are wondering why we're having this conversation today on a Monday, but don't worry, nothing is out of place. We usually have our community gatherings like this on Saturdays, but whenever there's a Big Brother show and the winner is declared on a Sunday, the very next day, Monday, we gather like this to discuss the show that was. Yeah, and that's exactly what we're about to do right now. So super excited to have you all here. For all of you on Twitter, that's the X app. I see you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are especially welcome. For those of you on YouTube, you're especially welcome as well. Thank you all so much for making our time to join today. And I appreciate all of you more because today is a work day of the week, a Monday. I know how hectic Mondays can get, but you guys, you made our time to join today. So thank you all so much. I am grateful for your presence here. Now, without taking up much of your time, I'm sure you already know why we're here, guys. Yesterday wasn't really a surprise for me at all. For those of you that have been following me for the past 5 years, following my reviews of these um, TV shows, especially Big Brother Niger and Big Brother Nzamsi. I'm sure that by now you know that Glory Elijah has a special way of reacting when the winner is announced. Yes. Um, yeah, it was quite funny to me. And a lot of you that watched my video, my reaction video yesterday, that I did not give that same reaction yesterday when Sweet Guluva was announced as the winner. Yes. And a lot of you that have been listening to my reviews, you know why, guys. As I said on my reaction video, when Smash Africa announced Sweet Guluva's name as the Umlilo winner, I was just saying, yes, we know. Yes, we know. I mean, there was no surprise there. There was no surprise whatsoever. The whole thing was so predictable. And I mean, even though I had said that if this guy was announced as the winner, I wouldn't feel any form of excitement. Guys, it was inbuilt. Like when it happened yesterday, I just said, yeah, we know. Like there was no iota of excitement. Like there was no bubble. Usually during the grand finale, when the winner is to be announced, I am all excited. I've got butterflies in my tummy. I'm I'm very jumpy. And if I'm watching the show with my friend or partner at that point in time, they're going to be telling me, calm down, you're so excited. And I'll be like, oh, yes, I know I'm very excited, but oh my God, I cannot wait because, oh my God, I want to see who the winner is. Oh my God, it's so difficult to even predict. I want to see. But yesterday wasn't like that. Yesterday wasn't like that, and that is really because it was very predictable, very predictable. And I pondered on it for a bit. And the conversation we had last week, not last week, on Saturday was just like 3 days ago, right? Yeah. So, the conversation we had here Saturday, especially with a particular speaker, I can't really remember her name. I think it's, yeah, Tandes. I remember her name now. Tandes. She's a 65-year-old woman from, I think, South Africa. According to her, she started watching the Big Brother show from the very first edition. Yeah, the very, very first one. And her argument was that people don't really like, we should separate the theme of the season away from the show itself, because that is how people should watch the Big Brother show. That was her argument, right? I mean, it wasn't, when I say argument, it wasn't like we're fighting. No, I mean, that was her position. That was her own opinion. That was her viewpoint. Yes, better put that way. So she said that is how people should watch the show. When a new season begins, you see someone you like, you just go ahead and like the person, and the person does not have to give drama. The person does not have to do this or that. And one thing she really emphasized on about Sweet Guluva was that the guy was very competitive in the arena. the way he wins Lotto Star games, all those challenges, that during wager task, he's very serious with wager task, right? And because we were out of time that day, I wanted to actually ask her this particular question. That come, hold on a second. So, are you now saying that when it comes to the Big Brother show, the only thing that qualifies a person to be likable to the viewers, the only thing that qualifies a housemate, to be the winner of the season should be how they detach themselves from the drama in the house, and then instead focus all their energy on finding a relationship that's a love relationship, and also winning games in the arena. Because I wanted to ask her that question, but we were out of time that day, and so I could not really ask her. But guys, everything she said, it was all pointed in that direction, because she was heavily applauding Sweet Guluva for not, in quotes, not being toxic, right? But instead, focusing all of his energy on being very competitive. And you see, yeah, as much as I really appreciated that perspective from her, because to be very honest, she's not the only person that actually thinks like that. There are a lot of viewers that actually think that way, when it comes to the Big Brother show, right? As much as I actually appreciate her for sharing her own personal opinion, I was actually sad. I was actually sad because it just made me realize that for a lot of viewers, right, most of these housemates that go into Big Brother's house to participate in the show and to compete for whatever they are there to compete for, they are actually sacrificial lambs. In Nigeria, I think precisely the Yoruba language, they call them ebuelebo, like the sacrifice, right? So a particular number of people are selected either by audition or probably by invitation, however way, we don't know, we're not sure, right? They're invited, they are put inside a confined space, and then they are given the theme of a season. Because obviously, from my understanding about how most of these auditions run, right, they will say, oh, are you able to give drama? Oh, what is your personality? They'll interview you. The psychologist too will interview you, and then they'll be asking you questions to show how ready you are to give entertainment, to give drama. If you watch Sweet Guluva's intro video, the one they used to play during the show, the guy also said something in the line of, oh, this Umlilo is not for the kids. In other words, he probably had bragged that, oh, I'm going to give drama, I'm going to give content, I'm going to give this and that, right? So it now makes it look like, so when all these people get into the house, as much as viewers keep on talking about, oh, they want a fire season, they want a hot season, they would rather watch all the other housemates kill themselves, expose their vulnerabilities, expose their insecurities, expose their traumas, put it all out there, even go to the extent of showing their nakedness during shower hour, during the pool party. They will talk about their family trauma. They will talk about their family secrets. They would see these people literally would turn their lives inside out. It's like when you turn a cloth or a bag inside out, and you see the nakedness on the inside. So they go out there. They expose themselves completely. Probably, maybe not 100%, but at least to some extent, they expose themselves. They go all out to give entertainment. They get out of character, or they simmer down their true personalities to entertain people, to create content, to create conversations, to drive traffic to the show, to even help the sponsors, because those sponsors, they do not partner with the organizers for nothing. They partner with the organizers because they want the traffic as well. They want the publicity, they want the awareness of their products or their services. So let's not deceive ourselves. So they go all out to engage in all of these tasks, in all of this competition, everything happening in the house. In other words, putting themselves out there for all and sundry to judge. And then at the end of the day, people will look at all of these people and say, the one that is not engaging in drama is the one that deserves to win. Seriously. Oh my goodness. At the end of the day, after all of that, because you know what really, do you know what really pisses me off? What really pisses me off the most is, imagine all 24 housemates were like Sweet Guluva or were like Pilile. They don't do shit. They just sit in the house. Pilile giving us choreo, what they call it? Is it choreography? What's that thing they call it? I've forgotten. She's always singing. So imagine a Big Brother season where everybody now decides that, since Sweet Guluva won, no, sleeping a lot, got into a ship. So all of us now, when we get into Big Brother's house, let's do the same thing. It is this same set of viewers that voted for Sweet Guluva now to win, saying that, oh, the guy played a clean game, he's a good guy, he has a clean heart. Is the same people that will still say, oh, they are boring, this season is useless, this season is nonsense. Who selected these housemates? The housemates don't even know what it means to give a show. That's their favorite line of attack. Or they don't even know what it means to give a show. They don't even know what it means to give drama. They don't even know what it means to give entertainment. And then it is this same set of people that voted for Sweet Guluva to win that will still come outside and say that, so because Sweet Guluva was in a ship, this one too wants to be in a ship. You want to copy, no originality. You don't even have a personality. Like, what the hell do you people want? And you see, it really makes me feel bad for every single individual that has ever participated on the Big Brother platform, home or abroad, be it BB Nigeria or BBMzansi. I pity all of them. You know why? Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or yes, say for those few ones that for them it is now become a do or die affair to become a celebrity, and so to prove that, oh, I am celebrity material, some of them pursue their career, go all out to pursue their career and make something out of that little opportunity that they have given to them. The others, some of them go into hookup. In South Africa, they call them having a blesser. In Nigeria, they call them having a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy. Let's call a spade a spade. Why? Because they want to maintain that celebrity lifestyle. And even the person that even wins, at the end of the day, if we're going to be very honest with ourselves, it is not every single one of them that still has that popularity. Why? Because the fans that voted for them during their season, they've moved on to a new season, looking for a new person to support. And it's not like there's anything bad about it, but I don't even want to even get into this angle that I'm getting into because it's quite nasty. It's nasty because we're going to be exposing a lot of nonsense in this industry. But I feel so bad for the likes of Nsuku, for the likes of Bonnie B, for the likes of Sipali. As much as his game was quite, dangerous because of the kind of society he's from, I feel so bad for people like that. I feel so bad for people like Swiss. I feel so bad for people like all of them. You see, every single housemate that went all out to give drama this season. I feel so bad for all of them. Because guys, it's not just about that woman, Tandes, that spoke on this platform on Saturday. No, I'm also going by the many comments on my channel. The video, any video I put out, that I talk about the unfairness of the game, of how viewers view these housemates, I see all of these comments, and it makes me really sad. People talking about, you are playing a bad game, you're not playing a good game. I play this one is playing a very bad game. Oh, this one should win because he's a good guy. Seriously. Like, I'm sorry to say, but if anybody, like, I think I mentioned it earlier this year that I receive a lot of DMs from people, DMs, emails, people asking me questions. Oh, Glory, I want to audition for the show. Please, can you put me through on how to go about it? Some of those DMs I reply, some of them I don't. Because if anybody comes to me and asks me, Glory, do you advise me to audition for Big Brother? I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to tear down the show or trying to discourage anybody from their dreams. I would tell you a capital no. Do not. Because at the end of the day, depending on what you're looking for in life, I will tell you it's not worth it. It's not. Because if this is how people judge the show, I'm sorry, it is not worth it. It's not. I mean, I would prefer it if people participate in the show and viewers are open-minded enough to judge each housemate based on the game that they play. We're not saying that all housemates are saints or all housemates are villains. No, but when they play a very wholesome game, we talk about it, like what we do on this channel here. You know, when they do something XYZ, we talk about it. When they go the extreme, we talk about it. But it does not mean that we tear them down completely and say this one is not good, this one is bad completely. No, we don't label. We don't give labels that, oh, this is a good person, this is a bad person. No. We go by the game and by the personalities that they portray on the show. So if anybody comes down, you know, ask me, oh, Glory, can you advise me to go to people that, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to encourage you because I'm sorry, it's not worth it. It's not. And let's not even go to the part of production where it seems like production clearly favors certain housemates. See, that part is one part I will never get. It's one part I will never, ever condone so long as I watch the show. It's one part I will never condone. Like, imagine I leave my house, I leave my family, all in the name of seeking an opportunity, all in the name of seeking a platform. And then I go to audition, and then by chance or by whatever method they use in auditioning, you know, I'm selected, I get into Big Brother's house, and I do not know what they are showing to viewers. So if I am giving my best in the house, there's a possibility that the viewers are not seeing my best that I am giving, especially if I am not in a ship. So it then happens that the person that goes into the house and decides that, okay, fine, I'm going to be in a ship, I'm going to be doing romantic stuff. Or maybe somebody that has pretty privilege, you know, the person is very beautiful, the person has a face card, and then because the person looks good on camera, probably because the person is light-skinned or maybe very dark and chocolatey skinned or caramel skinned, they put the person more on camera. And so the viewers get to see that person more than me that is inside the house, giving my whole best, giving my entire best. I don't know. I don't know the perception, the narrative that is being created about me by production. And then no matter what I do, no matter how much I try to be a good person, no matter how much I try to be a gamer, no matter how much I try to be entertaining, I don't know what the cameras are showing to the viewers. But all the while, I'm inside the house, giving it my best, giving it my all. And then one person that sleeps from morning till night, that person is then declared the winner. Why? Because the person has a fine face, because the person is from a particular tribe, because the person embodies the attributes of a typical South African village person, because the person is in what they call a forbidden ship with a colored person. I'm going to be traumatized. I'm going to be traumatized. I say one thing I really feel bad for these season's housemates, just like I felt bad for last season's housemates, is the fact that they will never know. They will never know how they were truly portrayed on TV. And to be honest, it's nobody's fault because at the end of the day, I mean, they went into that house looking for something. Some people went into that house seeking the money. Some people was seeking the platform, like Nate said, that she was competing for the platform. You know. But then again, this is not to also take away the choice or the preference of the people that supported Sweet Guluva. This is not to question or maybe to invalidate their selection. This is not to invalidate their selection. I mean, I will be okay if Sweet Guluva got all that support solely by people watching him and just simply liking him for what he's doing. I would console myself with the thought that, okay, fine. This is what typically happens with every season of Big Brother. Every season of Big Brother, the viewers, most of the time, like most of the viewers, most of the time, they don't even know what they are looking for. They don't even know what they're looking for in terms of entertainment, in terms of the game. But the moment they see a person jump into a relationship and the person is kissing and smooching and making love declarations, they automatically conclude that that is what they want to see. And remember, what you see is 70% engineered by what the cameras show you. So if the camera show you a lot of times the people that are in a relationship, that is what is going to register in your brain. If the camera shows you a lot of time the people that are actually giving entertainment, giving the drama that the show actually requires, that is what's going to register in your brain. So half the time, most of these things are actually programmed, whether you like it or yes, whether you agree with it or not. So as I said, I am not going to invalidate the choice or the selection of the people who voted for Sweet Guluva. According to them, they voted for what they wanted. They saw the guy, they liked him, despite the fact that he wasn't really doing much in the house. However, where I have a problem, and I still have a problem, is in how production contributes to these things, how production engineers these things. A lot of people say that, oh, production did not what's that, they did not promote Sweet Guluva. Why do you think? Okay, let me ask you all a very honest, like simple question. I need you to be very honest with yourselves. You know, the videos that were played during, you know, the two different live eviction shows, why wasn't it really about any other housemate? Why wasn't it specifically about any other housemate? It's just like what happened last season during the Siamosha season. Liema was made the main character of the season. It was like an election getting rigged in your face, and you're seeing it happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. Liema was made the main character by the videos they played during live eviction shows, by how Big Brother bent the rules to favor that girl, by the camera time, the screen time that girl got was a lot, way more than how they even showed other housemates in the house. What else? You see the info box on TV when you're watching the show, the way they put it as Liema with her surname featuring other housemates. There were so many ways that that girl was promoted last season. Until today, a lot of people still believe that it was orchestrated, that she walked away with that 250,000 rands because production had been exposed enough. I'm not really sure of that. So I'm not going to say, oh, yes, it's a fact. I can't say it's a fact, but it was very glaring last season. And then this season, they tried doing the same thing. I see those of you in the comment section insulting. Listen, on this platform, we don't insult people. If you insult me, I'm going to block you. I don't waste my time. Please respect yourself. Over here, we're having a very mature conversation. I've not insulted anybody. I don't insult people. So if I see your comments in the comment section, you're insulting me, I'm blocking you straight away. I don't have time for bullshit. You're not going to come here and insult me or insult anybody. It's unacceptable. It is completely banned on this channel. We don't insult people. All right? I block. And for those of you that know me, I don't care about numbers. I block. I enjoy mature intellectual conversations. If you cannot have an intellectual conversation, just kindly excuse, like leave this live stream right now. Don't stress yourself. But if I see you insulting me or you're insulting anybody on this channel, in this entire community, I'm going to block you. I don't care. All right? So please, all right, Behave yourself, respect yourself, respect me, I respect you. Don't do that. Completely unacceptable. All right. So as I was saying, what exactly do viewers want? Now, this is a direct question to everybody. What exactly do viewers want so long as Big Brother show is concerned? Because, every year or any season of any Big Brother show, I usually do a video. Oh, I want to see somebody with audacity. I want to see somebody with that's unapologetic about who they are, about their game, about what they are bringing to the table. I want to see somebody that's going to give us entertainment, drama. I always, encourage that, okay, this is what is going to spice up the show. But then at the end of the day, when these housemates, when they come into the house and they start giving what viewers are saying they want to see. And mind you, when I say I need somebody with audacious and whatnot, I'm not the only person looking for such a person. If you go on Twitter now or any social media platform, you see people say, this housemate was boring, this one was boring, that one was boring. So you now wonder, but the person that one was also boring. So what the hell do people want? What do people want? Because now, if I were to do a video about how to win a Big Brother show, and this is not me being sarcastic at all, this is me being realistic based off the data I have collated from the behavior, in fact, the behavioral pattern of all viewers and how they vote and how they choose their winner, how they choose their fave. If I were to put together this data and I were to give you the result of this data, my research, my observation, I would tell you that the perfect Big Brother housemate is one that does not do anything. Period. That's it. The perfect candidate for a Big Brother show is one that goes into the house and does not do jack, does not do anything. You don't do anything. Should everybody is used to saying, I'm just going there to be myself. Yes, just be yourself. If being yourself means you sleep, you wake up, you eat, you cook, whatnot, you just chill. And if somebody indicates interest in you for a relationship, you jump on the relationship. Go in there. If it's to be having sex day and night, you do it. If it's to be kissing day and night, you do it. I think that is the perfect characteristics of a perfect Big Brother candidate. And I put it to all of you, for those of you that have plans of participating on another season of Big Brother, I am telling you, pop and plain right now. If you are planning on going into Big Brother's house, BBMzansi especially, you want to go and bring that fire and brimstone, you want to go and fight, you want to go and shout, you want to go and do, you said my name, you want to go and do, I am a mother, you want to go and fight, you want to go and do, you want to go and overdo. I'm sorry, you're going to be doing too much. Because the viewers, you see those ones that are looking for their winner, they don't deserve that version of you. They don't deserve that version of you. They don't deserve entertainment. What they deserve is kumbaya in all of its glory. Kumbaya. That is what they deserve. They don't deserve people that are real. They don't deserve people that are bold enough to show their vulnerability. They don't deserve people that are very talented in giving entertainment according to how reality TV show should be. They do not deserve a show. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So let me give you a tip, because I want to stop talking right now. I want to interact with all of you. Let me give you a tip. If you as an individual has plans of participating on another season of a Big Brother show, let me give you a tip. It might go left, it might go right, but trust me, from the data I have successfully collated all across all of these seasons, especially this particular one, if you go into Big Brother's house next year, and you go and be showing your talent, you are showing how chaotic you can be, you are showing that you can talk a lot, you are showing that you can do basketballs. I'm sorry, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your energy, you are burning out your energy, you are disgracing yourself, because they will not like you. They will call you toxic. They will call you a bad egg. They will say you have bad character. They will say you don't have good home training. They will say you do not have a good behavior. They'll say you're not a good person. So if I were you, here's what I'm going to do. And this is my ultimate tip right now. Here's what I'm going to do. Pretend when you go for the audition, if you really want to go for the show, right? If you really need the platform, pretend when you go for audition. Give them your best and do whatever and let them select you. Then when you enter inside Big Brother's house, look for one couch and sleep for the rest of your life. Yeah. Since that is what the viewers want. Sleep for the rest of your life. When there's a fight, whenever anything is happening, just keep quiet. Don't do shit. Let me see how the viewers are going to make their choice if we have at least 10 people for another season that mind their business, that don't do shit, that don't cough, that sleep, wake up, and then when they see a relationship, they jump on a relationship and they kiss and they smooch. They probably even have sex. Just see exactly what these boring winners have been doing. Just do it. That is Glory Elijah's advice to you. Print it on marble and take it with you. What did I say? When the audition comes, pretend. Use your skill to deceive the production crew, everybody that's interviewing you. Deceive them, make promises, whatever they are looking for. If you even have a connection, deceive them. Deceive them. Tell them how you can give basketballs, you can give drama. Deceive them. Enter that house. When you enter that house, be a dead couch. Be a furniture. Don't do jack. Don't do jack. And I'm telling you, if anybody drags you for it, I will defend you like my life depends on it. Because I will remind them that that is what they want. And so they deserve it. Because you know why? These are the viewers, they don't deserve entertainment. They don't deserve a show. They want people that sleep all day for 71 days. That is what they should get. That is what they should deserve. That is what they should be paying their DSTV subscriptions for. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I would love a situation where if there are 25 housemates selected in a new season, let all 25 of them be competing for who is the best at sleeping, best in eating, best in minding their business, best in kissing. Listen, you people should turn that house into Sodom and Gomorrah. Everybody should be kissing and sleeping all the time. Because that is the only way people are going to look at you and say, oh, you're a good boy, you're a good girl, you're from a good home, you deserve the money. And I'm going to be biased a bit about this final point. If you are not from the Zulu tribe, don't go for Big Brother anymore. Okay? Don't go for Big Brother anymore. That's why I said I'm going to be biased with this one. Yeah. If you're not from the Zulu tribe, don't go for Big Brother anymore. Let's give them an experiment within the so-called social experiment. Let's have 25 housemates from the Zulu tribe, men, women, all mixed together. Let's have all of them from the Zulu tribe. All of you, go with your lion helmets. Go with that your walking stick. Go with all your decorations from your tribe. Go with all of it. Enter that house. As I said, listen to me carefully. Listen to me. We're going to boycott the show. We're going to do something crazy. We're giving an experiment within the social experiment. If you're from the Zulu tribe, put your ambitions aside for at least that season. Don't go. Let everybody that has ambition to go for the show. If you are from the Zulu tribe, go for the show. Go for the show. Then let us see how those people that claim that, oh, because Sweet Guluva is from the Zulu tribe, from this particular village, that is why we are voting for him. In fact, you see Sweet Guluva's village, yeah? All of you that want to go next season, all of you come from that particular village. Let us see what they are going to vote for. Let us see what they are going to choose. And you should be very good at pretending. It might not be easy, but I'm telling you. Oh, yes, thank you so much, Daisy. Daisy said if you are light-skinned, that is a bonus for you, 100%. If you are light-skinned, that's a bonus for you. Because, guys, it's bullshit at this point. So imagine someone saying that the Sweet Guluva is very good in the arena. He is very competitive in the arena. So imagine a season where all the housemates, they go to the arena, they are very competitive, they give it their all, they want to win, and then fine. After the arena games or head of house challenge, they then go back into the house and nobody does anything. Everybody's doing kumbaya. You people still come here and come and Gloria. This season is too boring. Glory. Who selected the housemates? And me, I'm just gonna be looking at people like, duh. What do you expect? Like what do you expect? And whatever I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen, I see some people in the comment section saying that, oh, Glory, are you mad at Sweet Guluva for winning? I'm not mad at Sweet Guluva for winning. I'm not mad at the boy. I'm mad at the people that are giving some very shallow reasons as to why they believe that Sweet Guluva is more deserving to win than any other housemate we watched this season. Like, make it make sense. I mean, anybody could be lucky, right? Anybody could be lucky. The guy's got what they call a pretty privilege. People say that he's good looking. I say people say, because people say he's good looking, right? People say he's good looking, he's from Zulu, he's this, he's that, and then he got into a ship, and they say he's well behaved. So another season, as I said, we need to have people that are going to do exactly what Sweet Guluva did. And then let's see how the viewers are going to vote. All right. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to stop talking because there are certain things I want to say, but let me not say it. All right. So I'm going to keep quiet right now. I'm going to share the link as well. For those of you on YouTube, go ahead, click the link to speak. Twitter, let's go. We're going to start with Pindi. Hello, Pindi. You're welcome to the conversation. How are you? Oh, Pindi is not there. Okay, let's speak with Amira. Amira, you're welcome.
Oh my God. Hi, Glory.
Hi. Amira, first of all, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this win for Sweet Guluva and the viewers' choice?
No comment. Me, I'm here to address the lady from the other day. She said, Mbuno, Sweet Guluva. And don't get me wrong, I have no beef with Sweet Guluva or his fans, even though they're always coming for my machine, but it's okay. It is well. Anyways, the lady said, Mbuno, old people are the ones that are supposed to be watching the show, that these like new gen supporters of Big Brother, that they're very emotional. Okay, to be honest, yes, we are emotional, but not all of us be tagging the sponsors, because if we're being honest, this has been my first time watching BBMzansi, and it's probably my last, because no, never again. I'm going to stick back to BBN because it is what I know. Anyways, basically, the lady said that sorry, the lady who's unmute, or the person, I'm sorry, can you please mute? Because
sorry, Kunda, please mute, yeah.
So basically, yeah, the lady said that Big Brother people, that, you know, he's, oh my God, Glory. I was so angry, but you had to end the space.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so angry. She was like, that people are getting emotional, that sorry, she said that we should separate the theme of the season from the name of the, like, from the show. And I'm like, how are you supposed to do that? Because let's see, in All Stars, they brought All Stars, as in like they brought All Stars from all the past seasons of Big Brother Niger. In Oluzgad, that one, anyways. In Oluzgad, they brought double pairs, which meant that people were supposed to be in pairs until when Biggie decided to, you know what, to separate them. And then in all like other past seasons, yeah, they have always followed the brother didn't bring any Mulino, man. I don't like Uyanda like that. It's not, I don't have a problem with him, but I don't like him like that. But I wouldn't mind if he won. He brought something. We used to talk about him and complain that, oh my God, this boy. Like, you know, but Guluva was just a pretty boy in the house. Just, it's like he was on vacation, man. It's such a waste. Like, and people, please don't come for me. I'm just saying my opinion. And I know you're going to come and say yours. Yesterday, this is not even about Guluva's win. Yesterday, Gloria, somebody, I think it was Sipe, I don't know how to say her name, Sipe or something, yeah. Mm-hmm. She made a live. these, and then she like called Machini, and then she went like Machini was like walking around saying like hi to people before she also made her own live. Yeah, Machini went live. These people started dragging the girl just because Ashley and Machini are now cool. They started dragging Machini. I was like, you people are on the live asking the girl to like bring Ashley, and then you are the same people coming here and dragging her. Like, can you grow up? Because like, oh my god. And I'm even starting to think there is this, okay, I don't even want to be mean, but like I'm starting to think there is also the old ladies that are watching that show, because you can't be coming for the young gen who are watching that show. Yet also you guys are watching the show and not telling the people in your teams to stop coming for people who have not done anything. And if the housemates have decided to be cool with each other, then what's your problem? Just go with the flow. Like, oh my god, don't bring your beef because you don't like somebody from the house. If the housemate likes the person, then your fave likes the person. You're not going to do anything about it. And yeah, anyways, congratulations, Guluva's people and Guluva himself. And yeah,
All right.
anyways, bye.
Thank you so much, Amira. Thank you so much. We're gonna speak with Seoul now, but before we do that, I'm seeing a few of you saying, Glory, you are trying to fuel tribalism in South Africa. Hello, excuse you. Listen, every time I say comprehension is key, I mean it because I'm seeing the reverse of that in full display right now. All right. For those of you that watch my videos on YouTube, you go through the comment section, read the comments from Sweet Guluva's fans, and you will see that they are the ones fueling that tribalism. Don't get it twisted. I am not from South Africa. I do not understand if there is really tribalism in South Africa. It is from you people, you Sweet Guluva's fans. It is from you people yourself. The comments are many. It is there in my comment section. Oh, Sweet Guluva is from this village. His village people are voting for him. He's from Zulu tribe. Is da, 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 da. It's there. I didn't get it from the sky. It's there. So please mind the things you're saying. Listen to understand. I know a lot of you are bubbling with energy. You want to attack. You want to attack Glory Elijah. The only way you can attack me is with intelligence. You cannot attack me with, with lack of that. Let me put it simply. You can't attack me with lack of that. You can attack me with intelligence. You come here, you speak intelligently, and you make sense. All right, please. Let's proceed. Let's quickly speak with Seoul, and then we're going to move on to Pindi. All right. Okay. Also, you're welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're welcome.
Okay, awesome. Because I have to change my location. I'm at work. Well, I gotta step out. I have to step out to say this real quick before, my supervisor's like, "What are you doing outside?" But anyways, let's see. The win. To be honest, like I wasn't really. I mean, it was kind of expected from a while back. Also just based on the fact that you also have the shippers voting for the guy. So to me, I was just like, I already there was a high. I just knew that his competitor would be Uyanda on stage, but not necessarily. So to me, I was just like, whatever. And not going to lie, I'm one of the people of the opinion that ever since Bonnie B left the show, I had checked out of the show a long time ago. So I wasn't really like super keen. I stopped watching the show like I think 3 weeks before yesterday, the finale, just because I had other things pressing. Things were just not engaging to me as before.
Yeah.
The important, quote unquote, important players, the ones that really had my attention, they had already left the house.
Yeah.
And then Nate was just freestyling at this point. So yeah, by then I was already like done with the show. So when I just saw the that he won, I was like, okay, cool, what is already expected and whatnot. For me personally, I just think that I don't know. It's just the way the show itself, I think I came on here just talk about the show itself in terms of how either multi-choice production or whatever, how they need to have a better selection of contestants that would, I don't know. Well, first of all, before I go into that, so I can get my line of thought properly, the audience base, I feel like it's a, I don't want to misspeak because obviously you have like it varies. You have older people like us are millennials, and then you have the Gen Z, Gen X, whatever watching. So I feel like the demographic of people changes each year, which makes sense. But then it's like you have newer bees, like people who are not familiar with the concept of this game, watching the show, and these are the people that are much more loud, or much more loud in terms of voting. Let me put it that way, in terms of voting, because whenever it is that I see these fan bases that come out to support their fave, I'm seeing people I'm like, shouldn't he be in school? I don't understand. For example, when I saw Uyanda's like campaigners and supporters or whatnot, I'm like, aren't you people in secondary school? What are people doing watching a show like Big Brother? Why are people campaigning for this guy? Like, it did not make sense. I was like, where's the priority here? Education should come first before Big Brother. So those things are like really like mind-boggling in terms of like I'm just seeing a shift in demographics. So I really cannot like state that the house when viewers vote, like they select whomever it is that they want to vote for. To be honest, at this point, I think ever since Siamosha, so like Liema's season, ever since that season, I started like, and even with Big Brother Nigeria as well. Once people are already like picking their fave from like week 3, week 3, week 4, and they're like, this is our winner, this is our winner. To me, I have already resigned my mind of who the best quote unquote gamer should be for that season, right? I just check out in terms of like, okay, this person, there's a high chance that this person is going to win, even though this person did not play the best game. But because people are voting, and that's the thing, they are voting. This is a money-making game at the end of the day. In order for people to get their for people to get paid, and also for the contestants to get their money too. So at the end of the day, it's a voting type of game, and I really can't fault people for choosing whom they want to choose, regardless of whatever it is that person does. But so the way I enjoy the show now is just I select the people that actually fit the theme of the show, number one, and also like engage me as well. If you don't engage me, I really don't care. If you like win 10 million, whatever, it's not my business. Congratulations to you, and I'll keep it pushing on to the next season. For me, I'm going back into production. I think that they need to be. I feel like they should change their format a bit in terms of, first of all, 9, 10 weeks, 11 weeks is too long, because it's too long for viewers who have already selected their winner from week 2. It's boring to be hearing the same thing over and over. Oh, this person is going to win. So anytime you go online just to see what's up and everything, this person is my winner, you'll be seeing the same person. Like, people don't even talk about the show, they just talk about how this person is going to win. And I'm just like, like, don't you see what this person is doing? Like, come on, engage. And if you try to engage, the result, you are mad, you're stupid. You don't know me. And I would say back to sender. So so what I feel like production should do, like, in order to make this much more maybe like change the mindset for the viewers a bit, it's just more, rather than have like 10 full weeks or 11 full weeks, have 1 week of just putting, let's say they want to select 24 housemates or 21 housemates, depending on what it is that they can afford for that season, rather than having them all coming on stage at once and everything. No, have, let's use this for example. Work with me here, please, because I was just like thinking about this while you were speaking. Because I was like, Glory is vibrating, but let me just come and reduce her vibration. So these people, she had their time today.
For real.
And so it's just more okay. So they have a selection of people from the auditions, right? However people got in there, I don't know. So let's just say they want to select 24 people. 24 people out of a whole bunch of people that came to audition. For a whole week, rather than have 24 people, let's just say they can have 35 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a whole week straight, they should not tell us, the audience, what the theme is. For a whole week, put this 35 housemates in the house, or 30 housemates in a house for 1 week. And that whole 1 week, we are watching them for only 1 hour a day. 1 hour or 2 hours, they're just going to air them for a day. These housemates are not going to know. They're going to think that they're online, they're on for 247, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just watching, like, they should just give us glimpses of who this housemate, just small glimpses of who they are. And each day we are eliminating 1 or 2 candidates from the house each day. And after because production is still going to get their money, or the multipliers are still going to get their money from us voting, but we are taking people out of the house in order for us to choose the 24 housemates or 21 housemates that are going to now actually compete for the money. So we are taking out people, picking out, quote unquote, boring people that are not bringing whatever it is that they would pre-program. Let me use that word, pre-program. So meaning that each day, these housemates are doing some things that are designed for a specific theme for that season, but we would not know what the theme is, but the production is going to know. They're just going to design things for that, right? Mm-hmm. And just voting people out of the house. And then on the day of the launch show, the people that are now selected, those are the people that will now quote unquote compete. I don't know, maybe it sounds very like convoluted, but in my mind it kind of like makes sense in terms of like, that way we know that those who are voting, because I don't vote and I don't contribute to votes, but those who are voting will then see that, okay, these are the type of people that we are actually looking for. Because when we talk about what it is that we look for each season, before each season starts, when we are on your live, we say, oh, we're looking for this type of people. We want people that follow the theme, da 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 da. But then when the show now starts, people are just picking people who are on the ship. Mm-hmm. If you're in a ship, they are just, choosing you. We don't want toxicity. We want, calm people. But then you are saying the season is boring. So how about this time we have a say in terms of who we are picking into the house? That way we will then say that we cannot say that the season is boring, because now we are the one trying to because we are the one who chose them. So to me, I'm just like, production just needs to like change that, and that's just one idea. They just need to change a little bit of formatting that maybe would like force the mindset of viewers a bit, like challenge them. I feel like they're not challenged enough. Everybody wants to see people kissing and loving and whatever, and I'm like, this is not Love Island. Even Love is Blind has more drama than this. Mm-hmm. So if they can shift, like, I won't say pre-program because that sounds very manipulative, but if they can just shift the mindset of the viewers a bit, just say that this is the type of game that we are looking at, the structure of the game, it will, to be honest, it may even work in their own favor. But hey, what do I know? All in all, good luck to everybody. I'm going back to work that actually pays me. So right. Thank you for this platform.
Thank you, Sil. Thank you so much for that. Well, we will see if they will change anything another time. But for now, it's still a mess. They need to clean up their mess. But yeah, thank you so much. All right. We're going to move on to Pindi now. But before we do that, I want to react to some of the comments. Quite a number of comments, to be honest. Somebody commented that, oh, every season, it's funny how people always see a production pet. Okay, so I put it to you, to that person that put that comment there, I put it to you that you will be lying to yourself if you believe that in every Big Brother season, there is no production pet or pets. They exist. If you choose to see it, which most of the time is glaring, good for you. If you choose not to see it, because most of the time those people are your fave, still good for you. All right. But if you want to learn more about that, listen to my reviews, because I'm not going to give you a special lesson on how to spot a production pet, but it's very glaring. When production does their thing, they don't hide it, right? It's glaring. So whatever. Yeah, let's move on. No need to talk too much. Let's move on to Pindi. Pindi, hi, you're welcome.
Thank you, Glory. Hi, everyone.
You're welcome.
I think there's such a couple of things. I'm just going to try and be brief so that I choose just the ones that I wanted to just maybe contribute on.
Okay.
Number one, I do think maybe something, I'm not certain, but I think you will, after a few weeks, you'll probably feel differently, Glory, about giving advice to, those who want to enter the show, etc. I think it's still too early. Give yourself time. In my mind, I always say after watching a few seasons, be it Titans, etc., I always say the answer is for a person to be ready that the viewers might decide anything, not to go in with the certainty that if I, give the theme or if I give content, even if that's what you'd sort of expect. I think what has happened, and I think the other speaker touched on it, is now it does seem that this social experiment has evolved in line with how society has also evolved. In my mind, what it started being back in the days of Big Brother, of not Laycon, sorry, of what's the other one? The way there was Uti and Lerato back then. It's not how it is now. I do, in my 2 cents, think sometimes it's also influenced by what we are seeing on the outside. If there's a lot of noise societally in the communities where that Big Brother is running, where it's maybe violence, it's all of that, it influences viewers to expect something else different on their TVs. And that's just an observation from me. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's an observation where if you look at specifically the season, you will find that anytime there was a bit of I won't use the word toxic because it's open for interpretation and you never know how it was maybe production engineered to look a certain way. If you think about the exit of, I think, KB, if you think about Ashley and Bonnie B, a lot of people got into trouble and were labeled, say certain things, apologies, etc., etc. There's a lot of things where it became quite a difficult thing if you sort of were more the daring type of housemate. We've seen it in the prior BBMzansi. I think another housemate, Bravo B, there's Yolanda. A lot of people got evicted. So I do think if you take the daring route, be prepared to potentially be evicted. That's another thing.
That's the same thing we're saying. Fingy, you see what you just said right now? That's the same thing we're saying. That every season of, and by the way, to respond to you, give me a few more days, give me 1 week, give me 1 whole year, I will not feel differently. The reason is because I have been reviewing this show for years now, BBMzansi, BB Naija, and I have seen enough from the housemates, from the fans, the voters, the hyping fans, production themselves. I've seen enough to make me come to this conclusion that what you just said right now is the point. If you are too daring, most of the viewers will not want you to win. That's the thing. I mean, look at last season. What's that season called now? The Siamosha season.
Siamosha.
Lerato was very daring. Papa Ghost was very daring. But guess what? Most of the viewers that wanted, what's his name now? That boy that won, Mark Jr. Most of the people that wanted Mark Jr. to win, they turned the whole thing into a fight against good and evil. They labeled Lerato and Papa Ghost as the villains of the season. And for them, they were behind Mark Jr. only because in him, they saw the embodiment of good prevailing over evil. That was just it. It wasn't because Mark Jr. was bringing any special kind of drama or, something else to the house. It was just solely because of that reason. Remember, we have conversations here. And all of these things I'm saying, they are data that I collect from my channel, from my comment section, from my interactions with people on social media. So people have actually turned this so-called social experiment into a fight between good and evil. That's how they see it. And when I say good and evil, you understand what I mean. It's not like, oh, some of the housemates are evil, some of them are good. No, it's a thing of people completely zero their minds on the fact that there is a competition involved. And it's just like in real life. You are competing for something. You are going to try to do whatever it takes. Okay, of course, not to kill anybody, because thank God nobody has killed anybody in Big Brother's house. But you get what I mean, right? It's like you're competing for something. Exactly. It's like, for instance, now you.
And to clarify, Glory, what I mean around you change your mind, I don't necessarily mean around the perspective. I say around your energy, around advising a person to enter. So not the contribution, but more I think you said something around, you don't know if you'll tell a person maybe not to enter. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're a seasoned BB, a fan. I think, you feel it you a bit, even if things didn't necessarily go the way that you expected. After a while, you get your resolve, you come back. That's what I meant. But
I still stand by that resolve. Cindy, I still stand by that resolve. I will still tell whoever comes to me to seek advice, which they always do anyways. Currently, I have like 2 DMs sitting in my DM there. I will still tell the person that I would tell you, do not waste your time. But if you want to go, do not be daring enough. That's what I would say. I still stand by that.
And then just the last thing, I think the only thing I wanted to say is I just did a comparison quickly in my head with the Titans one where Kosi won. If I think the labels that lady got for playing a daring game and for avoiding being played and being the player, for lack of a better way to describe how it played out, I do feel she was crucified on social media. So I don't have an answer for the question, what do viewers want? But I do have an answer that it changes and it depends. And I guess that whole good versus bad, if you fall on the bad landscape and if you fall on you are likely not to win. If you fall on the good, you are likely to win. Or if you fall on you are being pitied or being bullied, you will likely win. That has been my observation.
And you see,
I guess in some instances, some people, that is a strategy, and that's the game, I guess. If that's the definition of game, I don't know.
And you see, this is why I also say that most of the time, it's like viewers don't even know what they want. Because you see someone like, what's her name now, Pilile. She was in that house. Pilile was not doing anything. She was not stepping on anybody's toes. She was not doing shit, People did not find her interesting. People did not find her entertaining. But I'm very sure that if maybe she was in a ship and she was acting like a hopeless romantic, like someone that would die if they don't kiss their partner in the day, I'm very sure that she would have amassed a lot of support. That's the thing. So even though people are saying, oh, this one has a good character, I feel like viewers also lie to themselves. You want someone that has a good character. I mean, look at last season. Was it last season or during Big Brother Titans? We had Jojo. The guy made it to 9th week. And I was waiting for them to declare the guy as the winner. But they did not declare him as the winner. So what exactly does viewers want? That's why I'm still asking that question. And even also speaking about Kosi, right? To also show you that a lot of these viewers don't even really understand some of the things that even happen in the house. They just go with the flow. Kosi was heavily slut-shamed for getting back at, what's that guy's name? Yemi Craigs, was for getting back at this guy. Yemi Craigs had a thing with the ladies, like he was going around flirting with the ladies, telling this one, selling dreams to each of the ladies in the house. Oh, I like you. I want us to be a thing. I like you. I like you. I like you. People were hyping him up for being smart, for being a gamer, But the moment Kosi found out and decided that she was going to play this guy by his own game, by having a thing with Tabang, automatically the same people who were praising Yemi Craig's for playing around with the girls and then finally playing around mostly with Blue Ava, they were now crucifying Kosi, slut shaming her. That, oh, as a woman, you should not do this. As a woman, you should not do that. That's why I'm asking the question. What exactly do the viewers want? All right, we're going to speak with D on YouTube. We're going to still come back to Twitter because there are still people that want to speak. But let's speak with D on YouTube. Hello, D. You're welcome.
Hello, Glory, and hello, everyone else watching.
Hi.
Hi, hey. This thing of Big Brother, it can give you high blood pressure. If you
My
like
sister.
really like, this thing. Well, yesterday, though, I was not even surprised when they announced the winner. I was laughing because I couldn't let that, even though I had my fave who I wanted to win, I couldn't let another person who give me blood pressure keep thinking about it. You have to congratulate the person who won,
Yeah.
But what I would say is Big Brother and Mzansi, I feel like they should they tried with 2 years. Last year they tried. This year also, last year's season had the highest potential, but at least last year they did deliver something. This year they also tried, but I just feel like it's not in them. I don't know. It's not in them. I don't know how to say it. I feel like they should just leave it. Maybe they should just.
D, I think we've lost you. Are you there?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Please carry on.
Oh, okay. What I'm saying is maybe they should just give us a season 2 of Big Brother Titan, the one where we have mix. It can be from housemate from Nigeria, any other African country with South Africa. That was a good season. We enjoyed that, and they tried. They really tried with this season, and also talking about production pick in each season of Big Brother. There's always somebody that that the producers are really, really, really focusing on. This year it was Sweet Guluva. Whether you like it or not, it was Sweet Guluva. For every eviction show, you could see it. And it became obvious during that thing where like the audience, the call Sweet Guluva name, the clap, and the open the sun for the housemate to know. That was really just obvious for everyone,
Yes,
and
now.
people can say, yes, you won. People can't just say that, oh no, you people are just saying production pet because you won, because it's this. And also talking about the thing for him being Zulu. I don't think I've watched your videos. In any of the video, I've never seen you mention anybody. This person is from this person is from this, come from this person. I've never seen that. I always open the comment. The first thing I do, I love reading comment in every video on social media. When you are watching a video, the first thing you do is go to the comment section and read. I always see people bringing that thing of him being this, being that. But if you are listening to me, Glory, I've never heard you say anything bad about somebody where the person background, where they come from. So even people saying that you came with that thing, no, don't even give them attention, tell them anything, because they know what they are doing. Now they want you to say something that will now say, oh, you've been saying it, so they're trying to get a reaction out of you, and don't give it to them. Like you say, you cannot come to me with I don't know, there's something that you said, I forgot it, but it was a really good quote.
You can attack me with intelligence. You can attack me with intelligence.
Yes. So me also, sometimes when my faith is attacked, I'm not gonna say I'm innocent. I also do attack people on social media, but then I know there's a time when to stop as well. We cannot, like, now the season is over, people should just move on and let other people give their opinion about what they think about the winner. If they say this winner didn't deserve this, it's in the right mind to say that. If they also say that this person deserved the win, it's in your right mind to say that. But then don't come on social media dragging other people, insulting other people. And also, we said something, we're using an example of Kosi and Yemi. In Big Brother Naja, what I've noticed is this: the women and the men they will never hold them on the same. They will never. The standard are not the same with the viewers. The men on the show, they can be loud. They can do anything. There will be people that will drag them, but they will not look at them like this, like the woman. I remember Kosi. She used to get slight shame for thinking, and she's not the only woman that have gone through that on the show. There's been a lot of women as well. When they do something, it's just like, no, this woman is like this. For instance, let's take Bonnie B. If Bonnie B was a man, people would have found him would have found her funny. They would have said this one is very funny. But since it was Bonnie B, I also feel like with the viewer, there's just this thing where they don't want a confident woman. This is not every viewers, but most of them. Once a woman come with a strong personality, they start labeling that person. So like they said, if you are auditioning for Big Brother, don't come here playing daring games, because that will not work for you. What they will do is chase you. They will label you as the bully. You are bullying this person. You are bullying this person. You are bullying this person. And bullying is now a big thing with the Big Brother show. A housemate cannot say something to another housemate. It becomes bullying. So about the winner, we got the winner. It's also, this win is also reminding me of Mac Jr. Like, Papa Ghost was giving us everything. Papa Ghost did the work. For that one was doing nothing to get the money. And this is the same thing that happened this year. Somebody else was doing the job, but we give the money to somebody else. So it's the same thing in Big Brother and Mzansi. It's always gonna be that. So I just feel like they should take a break. They should just leave it. Give us another season of Big Brother Titan or Big Brother Africa, whatever. But this thing, they tried. They really tried. And I also feel like the production gave too much thought to what the viewer wanted. They let the viewer decide the show. So it's like it was the viewers that were deciding, do this, do this, do this. If the viewers don't say do this, they will do it. So it's just that. And yeah.
Thank you very much, Dee. Or better still, they could give those people that love shipping BBMzansi Love Island, or what do they call that relationship name? What's that relationship name now? I can't remember. Mjolo, yeah. BBMzansi Mjolo. Give them that one. Then let us have shipper.
They love love and light. Love and light.
Yeah, love and light. Thank you very much, Dee. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to speak with the next person now. That's Singatha. But let me read this comment from Mabato. Hi, Mabato. So she says there is even a video circulating of people in the BBMzansi control room being joyous about Sweet Guluva's win. That's okay. That in itself does push the narrative that the show does have production pets. Thank you, my sister, for dropping that comment. Thank you. All right, let's speak with the next person, Singata. I hope I got your name correctly. You're welcome.
Hi, Glory. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. I actually wanted to talk about this comment. This is actually the reason why I joined.
Okay.
There's a video. I actually tagged you on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it. I was like, Glory was right, guys. The way they were
I'm checking right now.
They were celebrating and jumping, literally, guys. And you know what? It's fine. Congratulations to Sweet Guluva, guys. It's fine. We get it. But the production shouldn't make it that obvious that they have a favor. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And now it's causing a fight. Because people on Twitter, the other fan base, they're actually saying that the votes now are fake because look at the production, they are celebrating and stuff. So it's actually wrong. And there's also someone on the comments that was saying that on the outside of the venue of the live show, there's a production person that was saying that they only want Sweet Guluva fans to come inside the stage. Can you believe that? There's also a video of that. So it's just really unfair. It's really unfair for them to have a faith and actually not hide it. Aibo, guys.
I've seen the video you're talking about.
Yes, I tagged you. I was like, Glory, if I had your number, I was
Yeah,
literally going to call you.
I'm
I
seeing.
was
I'm looking at it right now.
They were jumping. They were jumping. I was like, no, guys, they shouldn't make it this obvious. Okay, I'm sure it's okay for them to have a faith, but they shouldn't make it obvious and let us know that they have a faith. You get what I mean?
Ah, this is incriminating.
I'm
Very much
telling
so.
you. I'm
Very
telling you.
much so.
So you're right. Whether people want to believe it or not, guys, Glory is right. These people have a faith. They're not even hiding it. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, sister. Thank you for tagging me on the video because I'm definitely going to publicize it. Because only my eyes cannot see that. But you see, yeah, jokes aside, I think these people questioning us when we say that there's always a production pet every season. I think they forget that the actual production crew themselves, they are human beings. They have flesh and blood. Hence the reason I always say that it's actually people that produce the show. So when people say, oh, cancel the show, you're not going to be fair to those people because that is where they earn a living. However, as much as these people producing the show are human beings, sometimes they are not professional enough. They are not. And you see,
Yeah.
this is not the first time. This is not the first time we are seeing a video where somebody won, and then the production crew is behind, rejoicing like they have been planning all along for that person to win. During BB Nigeria All Star season, there were videos as well when Ilebaye was declared winner. There were people from the production crew too. They were mocking housemates that, oh, you see, they gave the win to the girl, blah 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 blah. So we're not saying that production should not have who they support because at the end of the day, it is their work, right? And just as
Yeah.
much as they produce the show, they will also watch it to some extent, although they can never watch it the way people like us watch it because we watch to critique the show and to enjoy the show. They watch the show to possibly see if everything is going on well. Do you understand? It's like you're putting out your work of art, and so you are trying to see that okay, everything is going on well. But at the same time, human bias has a way of leaking in, beyond the professionalism they are trying to portray. And this is the result. This is the result. When they say, oh, there's a production pet. If there's no production pet, come on. The microphone during the live eviction show, when you are hyping up a housemate or mentioning a housemate, you should not be so loud. But it gets very loud for Sweet Guluva. When you put out a video from TikTok from one creator talking about what's happening in the house, why is it always about one particular person? Why? Why? Are you trying to say that all the other housemates that came, they are escortees? They escorted that particular person? That's what we're talking about. And also, when we say, oh, I mean, listen, there can be one production pet, there can be more production pets in a season, especially if production, of course, they have the numbers behind the scenes. They know that, okay, well, when it comes to popularity, this person is popular, this person is popular amongst viewers, this person is popular among viewers. Oh, which housemates do viewers want to see more? Oh, there's this one, there's this one, there's that one. You find that those people, they begin to get more camera time than the others. It's simple calculation. You don't need a soothsayer to tell that this is what's going on. You're watching the show, you are seeing that. How come I'm seeing more of this particular housemate or this particular one more than the other ones? That is what happens. So when we say production pets, come on, nobody has to spoon feed you to open your eyes to watch yourself and see that this is what is going on. The grace given to certain housemates is not given to these particular ones. The preference, or rather the privilege, is given to these particular ones and not given to these particular ones. And that person that was also, in a way, a production pet this season was Nate. There were certain things that she was doing, and she got away with those things. So thank you so much for that. Let's quickly move on and speak with the next person. The next person is Kunda. Kunda on Twitter. Kunda, hi, you're welcome.
Hi, Glory.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be very brief.
Okay.
I feel like the franchise is slowly dying for me, honestly. It's becoming boring and predictable. And it's just not exciting. I didn't watch this season as like I was peeping. I wouldn't sit and watch for 30 minutes, but I definitely knew what was going on. I mean, Twitter would not let us forget what's going on.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I didn't watch is, listen, the last show I enjoyed was Kosi. And then I tried to watch the season after Kosi's, the Titans. Oof, that was such a drag. I couldn't go through that. The Liema season. Oof, they were forcing it, really. Like the other viewer said, they need to go on a break. Both Big Brother Nigeria and Mzansi. For example, Nigeria is just about kiddie parties, battle of the poorest, victim stories.
Tell me about it.
I'm so done with that. Like, do you guys know what a reality show is? You need to have gamers. We don't care whether your father died in 1957 when you were 3. We need to give people that deserve the money. But then we're here giving people that are orphans because they are orphans. So many people are orphans. But if you're not a gamer, you're not a gamer.
Exactly.
Leave the game. So I hate that about Big Brother Nigeria. I don't even watch it. Like, I stopped. Mzansi is also about, you need to be calm and quiet. Basically, Mzansi, you just have to be boring.
Yeah.
And find yourself in a ship. So you have battle of the poorest, then you have to be boring and find yourself somewhere in a ship. Hopefully the girl you ship with is light skinned, or you know, these people with identity issues. Get yourself in there and you're secure. That's not even making sense. I watched Big Brother from Big Brother Africa when Cherise, I'm from Zambia, by the way, when Cherise won, the Zambian girl, deserving. And from there, Uti, this and that, those guys gave us the show. What we have now is rubbish, if we're being honest.
For real.
I don't even know why people waste their time on voting. The last person I voted for was Kosi, because that season was really fire. And it had nothing to do with that. I don't care what people called, names people called Kosi and whatever. I just voted for her because she was such a gamer. If you sat down and analyzed the game she played, you could see like, nah, this girl is playing us. And I love that. So I made sure everybody in my house, I voted, because I was like, nah, I haven't watched a gamer in a long time, so I'm going to make sure this girl wins. That's why I voted. The rest after that, guys, we need to take a break from Nigeria and Mzansi. Let's maybe involve other African countries.
For real.
Let's have one Big Brother. This is not working. These tribal issues, the narratives are going to go on and they're just going to get worse. To break all that, let's take a break, have Big Brother African, get some Ethiopians in there, mix it up with some Ghanaians and and then we can just go back to the roots of how we know Big Brother. Then after that, let's say 5 years from now, the two countries might have their own Big Brothers. Otherwise, the ones, I'm telling you, even the next season of Big Brother Nigeria, the one that's going to win is probably not going to be deserving. It's just going to be married with tribal issues. Are they poor? Are they this and that? Or who do they know? They connect. It's so annoying. I watch so many reality shows from Love Island outside Africa, and you can actually tell the people that are winning are deserving. Why is it so hard in Africa?
I wonder.
Everything has to have some narrative attached to in Africa. Like a reality show, guys, is just that, a reality show. We don't care if you came in with 1 leg or 2 legs. If you decided to sign up for that, it's all fair. We shouldn't be feeling sorry for you because you have 1 eye. You decided to enter that game that has people with 2 eyes. You shouldn't have special treatment because you come from a certain tribe. Let's take a break. Nigeria, I know it's big over there, but they also need to take a break. I don't even touch Big Brother Nigeria because I know it's so controversial. It just puts me in a bad space. South Africa is also taking me there. This one, if I told you, I spent probably a total of less than 3 hours the entire season.
I actually agree with you because BBMzansi season 3 when Paul won, it wasn't like this. And then I think BB Titans, I wasn't that crazily intense as this because the Nigerians, you could tell the Nigerian viewers how they were behaving, and then you could tell the South African viewers how they were behaving. But now, since last season, there's become so much similarities between the audiences. BB Nigeria, BB Nza. It's now like they are now like the same people.
Yeah. So what we just need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe that's why I said for the next 3 years, let's throw in a Big Brother Africa. Because you know how a Big Brother Africa, it doesn't matter whether you're Nigerian, you're Ghanaian, if people like you or your game, they like you. Like nothing, and then the voting system is 1 vote per country. So we don't care if Nigerians are 350 and South Africans are 20 million. It's a vote per country. So it's almost fair. If you're liked across Africa.
Yeah.
But the system right now, they need to take a break.
Yeah.
And then Nigeria and South Africa just need to combine their production. I don't know how they'll split the money because they're the powerhouses of the franchise. So obviously they need to have, all of them come together, sit down. How can we make a big one for Africa? Because like right now, I'm pretty sure South Africans, I don't know what they enjoyed about this season, honestly. I don't. Guluva was seated until every heavy hitter was out of the house. That's when now we're here at the Guluva. Come on, that doesn't even make sense. So all you have to do is just go under the radar, sit in that house, eat biggest food, pop up week 5 when everybody big is being voted out because they're actually trying to play the game. And South African viewers need to stop being sensitive. They always crying. No, this one said fuck off. You can't say guys.
Hectic.
There's so many things. These guys can never watch other reality shows outside Africa. If you actually sat down and watch how these people play their games, it's so dirty. But we love it. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm done with this. Nigeria and South Africa need to back down and just, do an Africa thing.
For real. I agree. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next speaker on YouTube. But before we do that, let's take this comment from Big Jojo. She said, there is also a video of a lady narrating about how she and other fan bases, Nsuku, Nate, Uyanda, and Jojo, couldn't get in the studio as audiences. You see this particular comment here? For some of my videos are done, right? Especially those live eviction videos. I usually see comments, people asking that Glory, is it that it was only it's only Sweet Guluva's fans that are in the studio? Why? I see comments like that, but then I ignore it because, hey, I'm not there. I don't work in production. I don't know I don't know the process, for which fans are allowed into the live studio. But it's this particular comment, this kind of question, it keeps reoccurring. And I'm seeing this one right now, and it makes so much sense because, especially yesterday during the grand finale, the moment Smash Africa, came on that stage and we're looking at the audience, I could swear that the bulk of the audience, like the people there, were Sweet Guluva's fans. And it made me wonder, is it that these other housemates, their fans actually refuse to go to the studio? Or is it that it is only Sweet Guluva's fans that has access to the studio? Like, how does it work? How does it work? How does it work? So that's also another food for thought. That's another question. You see, things like this that we point out, it's very thought-provoking. People might think, it's not a big deal. I'm telling you that it's a big deal. It's a big deal because when a certain fan base, are the only ones that are on full display in the live studio, it makes you wonder how possible that is, because we knew that the other housemates, they have fans. They have fans. So I don't want to believe that they did not have any fan at all that refuse to go to that live studio. I don't want to believe that. But anyways, going to leave that question there. This one, Una Erasmus is saying, Glory, you get angry when people disagree with you. We can't all think like you. I'm sorry, I think you're in the wrong conversation. I think you missed your way. So I'm going to block you so that you can find your way to the right conversation. Because I don't see how I have been angry that people are not agreeing with me in this entire conversation. We've been talking for the past, is it 2 hours now? I don't know. And you say I'm angry when people don't agree with me. I'm confused. So let me do you a favor. I'm going to block you so that you can try to locate the conversation you are coming from. Or maybe you missed your way. So go and find that conversation. All right. Because that comment you put right there, it's just senseless. It doesn't really make sense. All right. Okay. Let's speak with the next person. That's Mara Wild Group. Mara, you're welcome.
Hi, Glory.
Yes, hi. How are
Hello.
you?
How? I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. You're welcome.
Thank you. Well, I saw some comments online and people were like, oh, when you said you're not surprised, and people were like, oh, I knew Glory will not agree. It's not about being in agreement or not in agreement. It's about, is the person deserving of the win? I said this the last Big Brother Niger season. I feel like the multi-choice people, especially those who are into production of Big Brother seasons, whether it's Mzansi or Niger, they've missed the way, they missed the plot a very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad that I remember last season I said, I wish one of their employees who is in the Big Brother production team, I don't know if they change production teams every year, but I wish there's always that person who would be able to take time to have see content that comes from people that analyzes the show critically. One of the things I'll always say is that when it comes to shows and reality, it's always facts over sentiments. We are not dealing with sentiments. You can
Absolutely.
we cannot deal with sentiments. My perception of Big Brother was a show whereby it shows the reality of the daily lives of the people from different backgrounds. How's your character? How do you relate with strangers that you don't know? How do you
Mm-hmm.
correlate, co-live, coexist with people from different ethnicities, different tribes? What is it that would gravitate you towards a certain individual but makes you not to go to another person or gravitate towards another individual?
Mm-hmm.
How is your work ethic? How are you able to manage the resources that you get as a house, as housemates? Are you wasteful
Mm-hmm.
people, or are you people who use what they have and use it wisely, well, so that until the next supply, are you able to improvise? Are you able
Mm-hmm.
to strategize? Are you a strategic human being? But every season, my disappointment is not even with the gamers or the people that get in there to come and try and win the money. It's more of the viewers. The viewers every season, it's so disheartening to see that we do not most of us, majority of us do not we do not put our thinking cap on. We are not able to detect the fake and phony. We are not able to detect the people that are pets project for production. We are not able to detect the liars, the you know, those gamers are like politicians. When they come to seek your votes so that you vote for them to be your member of parliament, your senator, your governor, they will tell you all the sweet words you need to see and or to hear. But once they sit on that seat, they will just choose what they want to do and they'll do what they want to do. And unfortunately, you'll have to wait for another 4 or 5 years, dependent on which country you come from, for you to go back and rethink who you're going to vote for. But then again, do the same mistake over and over again. Big Brother
Mm-hmm.
or multi choice, they need to go back to the drawing board. And if they can take a hiatus for a very long time, please, by all means, they should go and take a hiatus because they've missed the plot, they've missed the way. And the problem is not, I feel, the way they used to line up and audition authentically, whereby it's your, are you, how are you able to articulate yourself and everything? Now, I think
Mm-hmm.
is more of past housemates who recommend other housemates to come for the show, because there's no way that every season there's always a housemate that knows of so and so or knew so and so or is in the same circle with so and so. No, let people, if people come and they stand in the sun and queue and line up and they're like, you know what, I'm going to audition because I think I have what it takes to be in the show and have, g- put my game cap on and win the show. Those people should be given
Mm-hmm.
that opportunity. This thing of
Absolutely.
recommendation and everything, and I have a feeling that a lot of the most recent of Big Brother shows, those housemates are not the ones who queued for a very long time to try and get into that house to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of
Mm-hmm.
who do I know, where, when, because it's too coincidental that some of them would know someone from past seasons. With that being said,
Exactly.
the question is, what is the way forward? Are we going back to the drawing board as a production team and see, okay, this thing is not working? Why is it not working? You cannot, every time a season comes in, you sort of are swayed based on the public opinion or the public court of how things are. If you do things authentically, irrespective of what the public says, and you stick to your guns because you know that everyone is getting camera time, everyone is being
Mm-hmm.
given equal opportunity to show themselves, why are you fixated on what the public says? But
Mm-hmm.
the disheartening part is, like, from onset seems like there's always someone engineered to win. And this is what I would
Mm-hmm.
like to point out, and please do not come for my neck. There's something we call social programming or mind conditioning,
Mm-hmm.
and it happens
Mm-hmm.
daily in our lives, and I don't think people see it. I'll give an example.
Mm-hmm.
When 9/11 happened in the US, the terror attack, the whole world was up in
Mm-hmm.
arms. Terrorism, this and that, they stop terrorism, blah, 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 and everything. And actually, it was painful to the entire world what that country went through. Palestinians have been bombed since time immemorial by a state that did not even exist. They opened their doors, welcomed the Israelites into their territory, and guess what is happening right now? Every now and then, kids are being butchered, murdered like flies. But
Hmm.
it's something when you see people talking online, like, oh, they deserve it. They have a mass. They are boarding a mass. Israel has a right to protect itself, blah, 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 blah. It's as if it's okay for the Palestinians to die and be butchered and be murdered, but it's not okay for Ukraine, for example, to go through what they're going through. When Ukraine happened, a lot of countries opened their doors for them to come in so that they could host them until things went back to normality, as you might say. Only Poland refused to open
Mm-hmm.
its borders. Yeah. In the world, you could see that there's that humanity when it came to Ukraine, but the same humanity was missing when it came to Palestine. I say that to say this: since Big Brother Mzansi started, there was always a clip of a TikToker, an analyst somewhere singing praises geared towards one housemate. If it was
Exactly.
cutting across the board to everybody, I'll not have a problem with it. But from the
Mm-hmm.
onset, one housemate, there'll be a go-go somewhere singing praises. Oh, I would wish him to win. And that's a
Mm-hmm.
grandmother who's being interviewed. And chances are they're not even seeing the show in itself. But
Mm-hmm.
that's that grandmotherly love geared toward one housemate. People who are giving the opinion of their preferred someone or housemate to win. Why is it
Exactly.
that production did not see it fit to see that that happened across the board to all other housemates, so
Mm-hmm.
that it's it's equal footing for everyone?
Bless you.
Sweet Guluva was cool, calm, collected until heavy hitters left the show. Where was he? Right now, if you were to ask me about Sweet Guluva's character, honestly, I don't know. I don't know from a kind of Adam the kind of a person he might come across to be. Uyanda, on the other hand, I might be wrong, but I think having seen him, how he displayed himself, I can be able to tell that he has a very short fuse. I can be able
Mm-hmm.
to tell that he's someone who, when provoked and when someone does something that is offensive to him, he will hold it inside and hold it inside and hold it inside until he cannot be able to do so and explode. I can be able to tell that Nsuku is the kind of person who, if you offend her, it's all rosy and everything, but he'll not fuck with you anymore. What he'll do
Mm-hmm.
is she'll decide, you know what? It's okay. I don't want to deal with you. I respect you. I love you from afar.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, leave me alone. You stay there. Let me stay here. Now, with that being said, honestly, I think, my opinion, Big Brother should maybe take 5 years, 5 years to rethink, replan, re-strategize, and expand its territory. I know there used to be Big Brother Africa, where Kenya, Tanzania, East Africa, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria. I don't know if I remember there's a lady, either Zambia or Zimbabwe, who won when the initial phases of Big Brother. Can we
Mm.
go back to a scenario? We have 54 countries in this continent. I
Mm-hmm.
believe there's always a representative from every country that is going to emerge as a gamer. Put them in that
Mm-hmm.
house. Let us also see culturally the culture of the people from the east, people from the west, people from the south, people from the everywhere. And this thing of picking offense when we call the obvious should actually stop. It's about time that viewers, okay, I know not all of us are intelligent. It's okay. But we all have six common senses. We all are able to sense if something is not working or something is just not, it's not gelling anymore. Like Sissy would say, this thing is not jigging. At the moment, it is not. It's like this is the money we have and we want so and so to win. One thing about the other thing I'm tired about with Big Brother is this personal grievous stories of trauma, loss, what people went through and everything. That shouldn't define who you are. That shouldn't be the person that you want people to know you for. No, we want to know, okay, you might give us a snippet of what you went through because life is lifing, yeah?
Mm.
But can we see how you're able to triumph, how you're able to soldier? Because victim mentality, it rubs me the wrong way. I find it as very manipulative.
True.
And every season, there's always that housemate that will be using their personal stories of, I lost my father when I was. So for those of us who lost our parents at the age of 3, whereby I cannot be able to really tell what parental love is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what sibling love is. My whole life, I've always just been a lone wolf. I've seen the
Mm.
worst in humanity and everything. I can't use that as my game on and now it's just like you. No, someone needs to see, okay, Mara, you might have gone through that. What have you done? What have you been able to, how have you been able to soldier on? What have you been able to
Mm-hmm.
do? What have you been able to achieve? And sometimes it's not like you have to be this grand person for you to have achieved anything. The fact that you're positive, you're caring, you're kind, you're cautious, you have a heart, you have empathy. Those are attributes that should be celebrated. You can see someone hurting, and even before they say anything, you empathize. You can be able to see someone's pain where they're at and be able to grab them in and give them a hug and tell them, you know what, don't worry. Tomorrow is another day. You'll soldier on, you'll make it.
Mm.
As long as you
Okay.
still have breath in you,
Yeah.
um, don't worry. Things will get better. No,
Mm.
this thing of yeah, washe, we in my, in Hashem we have this term we say washe. It needs to stop.
Yeah.
It needs to
Okay.
stop. Production needs to, and also, Big Brother was not Big Brother in this season. He went on leave. Then the small brother, or the last born of the family, decided to take the reins and hold fort until he comes back, because the
Mm.
big brother didn't show up for me this season. A lot of housemates got away with nonsense. A lot of
Mm.
nice housemates were not held accountable.
Mm.
In other words,
Okay.
Big Brother had 2 million rands they needed to give out to somebody, and they gave it. Let me just put it that way. They
All
gave
right.
it. But if we're
Thank
going to call
you.
a spade, and not
Yeah.
a big spoon, the it was an effing billboard from first week all the way to the last week. We could tell, for those of us who, and I really wanted production to prove me wrong, but
Hmm. All right.
they
All right. Thank
couldn't.
you so much,
Yeah,
Mara. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
you're welcome.
all your positions, your contribution. Very, very apt. Thank you so much. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I really do wish that people would see that we're not attacking Guluva. We're attacking
No,
the rationale behind, giving him the win onto what exactly, what qualified him to be more deserving than the others. Thank you so much.
yeah,
I'm going to take some comments because I've been seeing a lot of your interesting comments, guys. Guys, please keep the comments coming. I'm seeing very, very interesting comments. I noticed that some people were referring to Temba from season 3, comparing his screaming fans in the live studio, comparing them to Sweet Guluva's one. They were like, oh, but Temba had a lot of fans that used to scream during his season, but he did not win. See, this just goes to show that once again, a lot of people actually listen to respond. Try listening to comprehend. In other words, try to listen to an argument or this conversation to understand. It is not just about Gulliver. It's about the fact that it's not just, it's demoralizing. Let's put it that way. It's demoralizing, it's discouraging for the other housemates. And worst of all, it completely exposes the bias from production. You cannot treat one housemate with so much favoritism and privilege, and then the others, you make them feel like they just escorted this one person. It doesn't matter. Whether the person wins or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the point. And then I'm seeing somebody saying that, oh, because your faith did not win. No, that's not the point. Listen to understand. Listen to understand. Okay? All right.
Sadly,
Let's speak with let's speak with Desire. Desire has been here a while. Hi, Desire, you're especially welcome. Desire. Is Desire there? Okay, if Desire is not there, we're gonna have to speak with Karupa. Karupa, are you there?
Glory, can you
Karupa.
hear me now?
Karupa. Wait, who Desire, are you back?
Yes, I'm here. My mic wasn't connected. Sorry about that.
Okay. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you for having me. Been a very insightful conversation. Horrible season. Just when I thought that it couldn't get worse than Siamosha, they did worse. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I just want to start with the question that you asked. What does the audience want?
Yes.
I think based on my observation this season, I think there are two categories when it comes to audience. I think there's a viewing audience, which is us, this community, and I think there's an engagement audience. And the engagement audience doesn't necessarily view the show, or they don't watch the show. They don't take time out of their day to find entertainment in the show. I think they are part of groups and they get fed things to say. And what do they want? I think they want belonging. They want a sense of community. They want to be part of the winning team. And it just takes away so much value from the show. And I think production doesn't realize that the engagement audience is actually destroying their brand. It's destroying their reputation. And I don't know how they're going to filter out the engagement audience, but because it seems like engagement KPIs are imperative to them, which I don't really understand why you would value engagement versus quality. And it's really, really frustrating. And I think there's a lot of groupthink when it comes to these fan groups, because I made a point to join a few of the fan groups just to spy on them, just to see what gets discussed. And it feels like a mental asylum or a cult. It has a very cultic mindset and an occultic vibe to it, you know. For example, if you mention another housemate, they all come for you. Or if you mention another, you know, it's like, no, this group is for so and so. Yes, they do. They say, no, we don't talk about other housemates here. Oh no, we don't talk about XYZ here. You know, it's a cult. I can just say that. There are big cults and there are big it's really, really annoying and I can't stand it. And I wish production could realize that the engagement audience is destroying everything with this show, because they have and I don't even know if production has integrity or not, because it's just showing that they have no sense of integrity. And moving on, with the audience, okay, I have two friends who work at the multi-choice, who work at that studio that they use for Big Brother. And you know, during post season, I'd inquired with them to be part of the audience. And from what they told me is that during that season, they used to outsource the audience. It used to be aspiring actors. So, you know, those people who are extras in the soapies and stuff like that. So no, it was because, well, based on what they explained to me that time. Why are you shocked? Um, based on what they explained to me is that they can't necessarily trust the public to show up every week. So it's better to book with an agency and say, hey, I need about 50 people or 20 people. I'll pay them 200 Rand for the recording. So it was hard for me to be part of the audience at that time. But I didn't inquire further. But from there, I just knew that, okay, a lot of the audience is aspiring actors or people who usually are extras on. Sorry if I'm.
Desire.
Yes.
Sorry. Hold on a second. Because there's like an echo platform. I'm going to
Okay.
mute you so I ask you a question. All right. So, do you know what this means, right? from the feedback you received at the time, that's during post-season, that's season 3, that they get aspiring actors. Do you know what that means? It means they will definitely be told what to do and what is expected of them. So I'm thinking now that what if it is still the same situation that they had to employ the services of aspiring actors and they are in the studio and then they are instructed that, oh, when you hear this particular housemate's name, you have to scream the loudest. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Desire? That's a
Definitely,
question.
definitely. Because during that time when I was asking, they said you had to be there by around 3:30 to 4 p.m. so that you can get coaching. That's what I was told. You have to be there by 4 p.m. to get coaching as to what they expect, how things are gonna run. you know,
Then I am not delusional.
you definitely aren't. It's a fact, and it's because there are certain, because I watch shows. I remember there was this guy on Big Brother. You know Big Brother Titans. There was this dark skinned guy. Um, he was on Nishaga Ilembe as an extra. I remembered him because I was like, I remember seeing this guy as part of the Big Brother Titans audience. He was there every week. I don't know if you remember, like if you were to watch a clip or an eviction clip from Big Brother Titans, and you will see that guy. He's very distinct. He's very dark skinned. He's very big. He has like a hairy face. He has a big afro, and this is the same guy that I saw on Shaka Ilembe. That's when I believed it's, oh, okay, these are aspiring actors that make up majority of the audience, and they get directed as to what they should do, and and they get paid at the end of the day. I think around 200 rand from what I remember. And I hope I don't get anyone into trouble for spilling this tea. Yeah, that's the tea about the because I live very close to the studio. It's less than 2 kilometers from where I stay. So I thought it would be easy. But then after all of that, I was like, nope, it's not worth it. You're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not gonna direct. I'm just there to enjoy the live show because I'm a fan of the show. But yeah, moving on. Can we also just discuss how the boys' high fancy English accent would come out from our winner in certain moments? I also just feel like his whole thing was an act. I think he saw the Bravo B I don't know, the Barber B, I don't know what to call it, but I just feel like he was acting to pretending that he doesn't really speak English that well. Because there were moments where he'd say some words in this accent, and I'm just like, how? I thought, and in the Lokuzana thing, I just felt like it was fake. He was doing it a bit too much. And to think that he went to the same school as BK, and BK is just so well spoken, so prim and proper. And you're telling me that you're just this village boy who is naive. But anyway,
Desire.
yes.
Sorry, I'm going to mute you again because of the echo back. This thing you just said about the guy's fancy English, yeah? When the show just started, someone asked me a question. There were a lot of questions about it, but someone literally tagged me like, Glory, what do you think about this guy's way of speaking English? And I said, I literally wrote it there. I said, I think he's faking it. And the reason I said that is because, Desire, I studied English language, yeah? And for someone that studied English language and literature, I also studied communication, mass communication. There are certain words that you need to read, yeah, and you need to have conversations with people to be able to use those words and get familiar with those words, right? Words don't just pop up in your head. You need to study. And when you study, you need to interact with people. It's like when you're learning a language. If you're learning French, for example, they tell you that you have to interact with people who are French to get used to certain words you use. That is just how any other language, also like the English language, is. So when this guy does those local zona, mbang bagaja, And then, you know, when he does those things, and then you now open his mouth and fire one English word like, oh, apparently. I say, hey, where did you learn apparently from? And then you will hear some other words like, you know, there are some very distinct English words that he uses that, for one that knows the English language, it's words that you don't just use anyhow. You must have heard it somewhere. And if you don't familiarize yourself with those words, you might forget it. Or you might not really understand how to use those words. But this guy uses those words in the right context. And I'm like, dude.
Exactly. And the funny thing is the accent switch up. The way he pronounces those words with a boy's high accent. He played y'all that voted for him. He knew that this strategy is he knew that it's gonna work. He knew it. He knew it. And I'm really sorry. And okay, this I wanted to say something else. Yeah, you know, you always say that we should always remove our emotions from the show. But this season, I really couldn't with Nate's game. So I stopped watching. There was a video that you did. I think I left a comment on that video where I just said you perfectly articulated exactly what I was feeling about what Nate was doing. It was really triggering to me and it brought up some traumas. So that's when I stopped watching. And yeah, so this season has just been a mess. But I've been here, I've been a silent observer. I just decided today I need to speak. And also with production, they need to have some integrity. They need to decide what is it they want. I mean, I can't believe that Big Brother Africa used to run for 91 days without us getting bored. 91 days of constant entertainment. These people can't even give us 4 weeks of consistent entertainment. Like, what the F? What the F is going on? So I think I do agree with one of the speakers that said that the show is too long. It's way too long for what they are giving us. And they need to have integrity as to what is it their brand stands for. Because right now, it doesn't really stand for anything, in my frank opinion. It doesn't stand for anything. I think it's all about engagement, and it's biting them in the foot because the sponsors are now looking at the brand in a wary way because they are not too sure if they want to be invested in such a bad, okay, I'm losing the English there. But also, there's also another thing that I wanted to say. In terms of the future, I really don't know what the future looks like for them. And I think Big Brother Titans was a mistake. If they brought Big Brother Titans, it should have been a continuous effort. Because I feel like, I may be wrong, but I feel like Titans really destroyed Mzansi. That's my opinion. I feel like it exposed us to a certain part of the Big Brother audience or the engagement audience. I think it exposed us to the engagement audience. And then they came and then they just completely toxified the viewing experience. They really, really ruined it. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I've had a lot of things to say, but I've forgotten because a lot of it has been mentioned. And yeah, I think Bunny J and Red Pepper Studios needs to hang it up and they need to just pass it on to a different production house because this is not working. Thank you so much, Glory.
Thank you so much, Desire. And you see, I totally agree with you. What was that last thing you said? When you mentioned the engagement viewers during Big Brother Titans, I totally agree with you because I remember BBMzansi season 3 was my first time encountering the BBMzansi franchise. That was my first time, and I was quite curious about it. I was pretty excited to dive into it, and I remember that there were certain interactions I had with people, South Africans on Twitter, especially Twitter, and I think on my channel in the comment sections of my videos. And I will see people telling me like, Glory, listen, South Africans don't care. South Africans don't care. South Africans just want to see the game. They don't care. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is quite interesting because with BB Nigeria, we actually have like a huge section of the hyping fan base, and then we also have like a limited section of the voting fan base. So that one was very glaring. But as at that time with BBMzansi, we had a huge section of the voting fan base that actually wanted to see real gamers, you know. So for people, most of the feedback I was getting at the time, the reason they chose Mpoa Badimo was because of how she was sharing gossips and how she spiced up the show, with her gossip. Some people said, oh, because they did not really have time to catch up with the show, she was the one always giving them, updates of what's going on in the house. And the fact that she was a sangoma, her story, but she did not allow her story to limit her. She really went all out to play the game viciously and whatever. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, people were actually looking for a real gamer. Temba did not cut it for them. Tools, who was also a great gamer, did not cut it for them. I'm like, okay, fine. But then, as you rightly said, with Big Brother Titans, the Nigerian audience versus the South African audience, that competition was birthed. Each of both sides wanted to prove to the other side that, oh, we can hype our own people more than you. And remember, that whole toxicity in terms of relations between the South African audience and the Nigerian audience, it was quite heavy at the time, and it was also obvious that the production teams of Bibi Niger, BBMzansi, they were trying to create some sort of unity, between the two countries. So there was the collaboration. You could also see it evident in the task and presentations that they were doing, right? So you could sense it there. The toxicity was birthed. That toxicity, from both sides. The South African viewers who were not necessarily too hyped about the show in the first place, automatically they became very hyped. Also because the main drama of the season was between a Nigerian and a South African, Kosi and Yemi. And then there were this group of elderly women that were supporting Yemi. They call themselves the anti-VVIP?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those women. After he was evicted, we saw him taking pictures. One of them went to pick him from the airport. I'm like, yeah. So these are them.
I saw that. I saw that.
I'm telling you. So I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you because you could sense that those people, they were not necessarily looking at the gamers. For them, it was the fact that, oh, Yemi Craigs, he looked handsome. He has this fine body for a Nigerian guy. So they were dying at his feet. And then there were some rumors that actually were circulating at the time. Let me not talk about those rumors because they were quite nasty. But
Still.
anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
Can I just say one last thing? One last thing. I know there's someone waiting. I know there's been a sentiment that has persisted throughout the lives, throughout the weeks that the audience isn't ready for this type of reality show. I just want to give my own opinion when it comes to that. I think I may sound off for this, but I think we're the old people in the club that are being mad at the youngsters. I think a lot of the core audience of Big Brother has really moved on to short form reality TV. I think they still really appreciate, spicy content. I think they've just moved on because the show is starting to appear as, I know you get really judged for watching the show. Yes, they call it the CCTV show for slow learners. That's the stigma that is attached with watching or still watching Big Brother till this day. So I think that's the stigma that comes with watching the show. You're seen as a person who watches CCTV and you're a slow learner. So I think a lot of the audience, because of the behavior from these fanatics, they are really ruining it for us. So I think that's the core things that the show went on a hiatus for too long. People moved on to, you know, the show. What's the show that you African and Famous? All those
Yeah, young
housewife
Prince.
franchises. Yes, I think a lot of the people that I used to watch Big Brother with in high school, they love those shows nowadays. That's what they watch for reality TV content, and it just is what it is. But thank you so much for giving me time, Glory. I really appreciate
Thank
your
you.
platform, and thank you for that video for the video you did on Nate. Because sometimes you can feel things and you don't have the words as to how you want to express them. And then that video really helped me put what I was feeling into perspective. So I also thank you for that and your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Desire. Always a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining today's conversation to share your thoughts provoking perspectives and for also spilling the tea.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because you made me realize that I wasn't delusional. I wasn't losing my mind. Because when I observe these things, people are like, "Oh, you are reaching, you are overstretching." I'm like, "Please put aside your Gen Z woke nature thing behind. We're talking about what we're seeing here. So thank you so much for putting a cap on it. Thank you. All right, let's speak with Karapo. Karupa. Oh my God, Karupa. Hi, Karupa. So sorry.
Good evening, Gloria. How are you?
Good evening. I'm so sorry for murdering your name like that. How are you? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. Carry on.
Can you
Carry
hear
on.
me?
You're welcome. What's going on?
Hello, Gloria. Can you
Karupa.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please speak.
Oh,
Carry on.
okay. These are my thoughts.
Okay?
Should I continue?
Yes, please speak freely. The floor is yours.
So these are my thoughts on our winner of BBM season 5. Based on the theme of the season, I feel like he did not deserve it because I am one of those viewers that walk with the theme of the season. In order for a housemate to win the season, I feel like he or she must go according to the theme of the season and treat Guluva. On my personal opinion, he did not. Plus, he clearly showed the potential BBM housemates that you can go into the Big Brother's house and go into a ship. You can go eat, you can go sleep, you can go shit, you can go do anything. You can come and just be yourself, but which is basically not what I want. And plus, can you hear me, Glory? I feel like my network is tripping a little bit.
No, I can hear you. I'm allowing you to speak. I can hear you. Please carry on.
Plus, is it only me that feels like this production of BBM is very biased? Firstly, when it comes to voting, us like I'm from Namibia, us we're only given 100 votes, while them they are given 100 votes and the My DSTV app votes. I feel like that is very unfair. All of us we should be given the My DSTV app votes because the show is being broadcast in all the SADC countries. I feel like that is totally unfair. Plus, that basically shows that they are very biased.
Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Okay. Is that
that's
all you
clearly what
want
I
to
wanted to
share?
say. Good evening. Have a blessed night.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much, Karupa. Thank you so much. I mean, I hear you, and I think it's really sad that other countries that were able to watch the show, were not giving enough votes. And you see, yeah, I particularly saw a comment earlier that I think it was Rickson that said that the organizers don't really make money from the votes. They make money solely from adverts and sponsors. I actually think they do make money, right? Okay, I think I saw adverts and subscriptions, right? The DSTV subscriptions. I actually think they do make money because there's a system with these BB Niger management teams for housemates for every season, right? They buy is it subscription or what? There's a way they do it. It's like a black market type of thing. According to them, they say, because back in the day with Big Brother Nigeria, you could vote with SIM cards, like SMSs, voting by SMS. So people buy a lot of SIM cards. You see people buying tens of thousands of SIM cards and then pumping out those votes, right? So now, voting by SIM card, or is it SMS? I think it's cancelled. Yeah, it's cancelled. And so people are now voting via the website and every other channel that is, provided for people to vote. But when it now comes to this voting via is it a DSTV packages or something? And there's a way they do it. I can't really pinpoint it, but it's like you have to do like multiple subscriptions or whatnot. So that is what I feel like that now generates a lot of revenue, in that regard. Yeah, that's what generates a lot of revenue. So it's a business. It's a business for most of these people that manage most of these housemates. Remember, whilst the housemates are inside the house, there are people on the outside that are paid money by families and friends or support teams to help them to buy votes, right? They help them to buy votes. They help to engineer and manage the voting process week in, week out for those housemates, right? So there are people like that are in charge of those things, and that is why after every season, you hear different scandals of how, oh, they were giving a particular PR agency was giving money to buy votes to a particular housemate, and then they buy the votes and then they sell it to another housemate that they are supporting, and so a particular housemate gets evicted because there is no, like, they did not keep up to the agreement. Very nasty arrangements like that. And that is why you see these people, because they know that it's a huge market, it's a huge business for them. They also work with a lot of people that are trolls. So when people like us are over here, we're reviewing and analyzing the show, analyzing the housemates and whatever they display on TV. You see those trolls, they come in their full swing, attacking you. The main reason why they're attacking you is not necessarily because they love these housemates as they claim to do. It's because they don't want us to spoil their business. They don't want us to spoil their market. You know, Rickson says, but the free website or mobile site votes don't make money. No, those ones are not even the ones that make money. If you think about it, how many votes are available on the free website? The money, it's not really a
It's
lot. It's
100
not
votes.
really a lot. It's not really a lot. It's like 100 votes. The DSTV packages, I think the most you get is it 10,000 votes or 1,500 votes. No, the main place where these people make the money is those ones that actually pay for. Like there was this rumor I heard one time that a particular management team for a particular housemate during Big Brother Nigeria, they actually paid a particular person that works in DSTV to help them use people's subscriptions, like their, is it, what do they call that thing? Is it UIC or UIC number, something, that your DSTV, your decoder number, they help them to amass it. And then right on this platform, someone came and complained that every time she wants to vote, she will see that her votes have been used. She will get a message that, oh, IUC number, thank you very much, Rickson. She will see that, oh, her votes have been used. Her votes have been used. So it now makes you wonder that, what is this underground market that is going on every season of this show? Noma said, yes, Glory. Hidwire said he paid a lot of money before going in the house, but he was evicted on week 6, meaning his money was probably not enough, or whoever he paid his money to probably ate the money and did not do what they were paid for, you know. Rickson said they steal credentials of subscribers and use them. Exactly. All this grammar I've been speaking, this is what I'm trying to say, So that is where the main business lies. And when we talk about all of these credentials, it's people that have actually subscribed for the month. it is their credentials that are being stolen, to get all of these votes. Because if you've not subscribed your DSTV or GoTV, where are the votes coming from? So your subscription needs to be active. It needs to be running for people to be able to even buy it, to use it, So it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, thank you so much, Karupa. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, we're going to speak to Z, and I'm afraid that Z is going to be the last person we speak with tonight because I don't want us to be here for too long. I mean, we've already been here for over, is it 2 hours or 3 hours? I'm not really sure. But let's speak with Z. Hello, Z.
Hi, Glory. How are you?
Hi. Good, good, good. You're welcome.
Glory, like, and on, let's just keep the same topic about like the credentials and stuff. I don't know, I'm not
Mm,
that good at IT and stuff, but I know like when you subscribe to something, you put your email address and stuff. Data is very important. Companies sell data to each other for people to
yes,
subscribe to their newsletters and everything. So your personal
yes.
information, when you subscribe to something, they're going to sell it somewhere else. So they're definitely making money by you putting your phone number, your email address, and all of that. I know that for a fact
Absolutely.
because my line and job, but I'm not going to tell you into deep, but I know that
Mm-hmm,
we buy data because even when you like wanna market your company and then you're gonna need email addresses
mm-hmm,
to send that you're selling. So data is very important.
mm-hmm,
But anyway, we're not talking about that now. I
mm,
wanted to say that this show is starting to become a money grab now.
mm-hmm,
Like production is just, you see, when they see that, like as Desire said, the following is more cult like now. When they see,
yeah.
okay, we have X amount of followers that seem like they like this person, they're definitely gonna push that person because that person's um fanatics are bringing numbers to the show, right?
Mm-hmm,
So they're not gonna push a Bonnie B because Bonnie B is ruining their chances to get sponsorship because she's a
mm-hmm,
wildcat. So it makes sense in business, but does it make
mm-hmm,
sense to us viewers? No, because when you watch that show, you watch it for entertainment. I'm not watching
mm-hmm,
that show to hear someone say Lukuzana every 5 minutes and dancing. The only time that it would become alive is on the dance floor. I don't have time for that. I dance every time. So I don't have time to be watching come strictly come dancing. Like bring something else. Like come on now. Like come on now. His dance moves were babe, but like what is this? What else are you bringing? Like, even I don't like drama, right? I don't like dramatic, rude housemates, but I like people that address stuff. Like,
mm-hmm,
like you have to be someone. You have to be a strong contender. You have to just bring something towards the party. Come alive. Let's not beg for you to give us content. Like I'm not sitting streaming Big Brother during my team meetings with my team for nothing. Like, come on now.
mm-hmm,
I'm stealing work time to watch this, and all I'm seeing is people laying on that couch and just kissing and cuddling under a couch. And then when his baby girl is gone, now all of a sudden you have this little spark, but it's not Umlilo, it's a spark. What he had when Ashley left was a mere spark. And I was so annoyed when people kept on telling him that, and then he gets pissed. He gets
mm,
pissed. 10 people can't tell you the same thing now. Since Ashley left, you started talking to us, you started interacting, you started to win thing, and you think that's not a lie. Your husbands are telling
mm-hmm,
you were boring. You were boring when you first come here, and you became laxy daisy. The first week he won head of us, and then he got into a ship, and then he just decided, okay, let me just chill with my baby girl and just smooth sail
mm,
to this 2 million. And was it me or was anyone catching Nsuku's subs yesterday before the live show came? Nsuku even said that you speak broken English in South Africa, you're gonna be loved. And she said it on the dressing, what is this thing? The closet area. It was
yeah.
her, I think Guluva was there and Uyanda. And she laughed. And I was like, you're sending a message now. You're sending a message.
Mm,
Even Tsuku played that script, and then Oyanda was like, "Were you doing that?" And Tsuku was like, "Yes, I know what I'm doing." And then I think she looked at Guluva, but I was busy because I was cooking Sunday lunch at that time. But I
mm,
heard that, and then when Tsuku got excommunicated, evicted, or whatever that thing is called,
mm,
she even said on stage that
Yeah.
Guluva was competitive, but I knew Uyanda because Uyanda played the game. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes.
As much as that young man disappointed me sometimes, but he had a backbone, he had this zeal and there was something. He was playing the game. Nate was playing the game. Who else was playing the game nicely for me? Even though Nate annoyed the hell out of me. Swiss was playing the game. I
Mm-hmm.
would not even want to hear Swiss's speeches, but I'm like, okay, you're cooking now, and I'm seeing what you're trying to do. You're trying to see where is the fight gonna spark and who's gonna come for me. And I like things like that. Like you can't just be timid and sleeping on a couch and thinking just because you're Zulu and you keep on saying Loguzana and dancing with that stick, that is a game. And you're being like respectful to your girlfriend that you just met now. You're professing your undying love to this person and going to her picture and be like, oh, love of my life, and speaking Zulu and crying. Like, I
Mm.
just don't, I didn't get all of that. And Desire, my friend, Desire, I just want to clap for you. You just validated my husband. My husband been saying that these audiences are being bought. And me,
Yeah.
Zianda, because you know what, guys? I love this show so much that I don't want to see production's bad behavior. You know when you like when you're a child, right? And your parent is irritating you in public and you're like, I see what you're doing, but you're my parent. That's how I feel about the show. I'm like, okay, guys, like I can see you guys have production pit, but like I'm trying to not see it. But my husband's been saying that there's these audiences, it not make sure and not make sure you can't ask someone who's your fave and then you don't even have reasons why they're your fave. So now things are
Exactly.
adding up for me. Things are adding up for me, but they've been adding up. But now I and you see when Mac Jr. won, I was irritated. And now Sweet Guluva won, I am pissed now. It's two different and I don't care. You guys can come for me and my edges. They will grow. I use shea butter and coconut oil. I do not care. But what I'm saying right now, that man did not deserve to win that show. And I stand
Yeah.
on that. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business on that, on my 10 toes, on a hill
Mm-hmm.
in Table Mountain. Come for me. Because
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to tell me you're going to dance with that stick and say Luguzana and not do anything. And when people come for you, you don't even know. Hey, guys, it wasn't a cute side. Like we lost Bonnie Beam. And then the show just became boring. Then we lost KB. It became like everything just flopped all at once. And it's because
Mm.
production uses this as a money grab. They don't care about the actual game and the ethics of the game and how they get so involved. These TikTok things. I miss the old Big Brother when there was no social media at this point because these TikTok videos and these comments being shown on live shows and these questions like you don't know when Big Brother was in when Luclay and Karen. There was I want that thing. Let's go back to basics at this point. Let's go back to basics or cancel this because this is crap. Like we're just watching something that's puppeteered for us. And if I wanted to watch something puppeteered, I was gonna watch Squid Games like over and over and
Mm-hmm.
over again and be cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want that because I like reality. I love reality shows. They're the best thing that ever is. I love social experience. I like seeing people. I even watch Survivor. I like seeing people that are
Mm-hmm.
put in and naked and what is that show? The other one.
Make it an
I like
afraid.
yes, those are my things. I like reality shows. I like seeing people how they're gonna interact and dethrone each other and betray each other and steal
Mm-hmm.
food and lie and provoke each other and like show us,
Mm-hmm.
man. Like give us like show me why I'm watching this. I'm not paying my subscription to watch someone sleep all day. Like this is
No.
just appalling at this point, and it's losing the spark of this whole show. And I'm sorry, but this is the truth. I don't know what else to say, but I'm just upset. Yesterday, I shut down my TV immediately when they said Sweet Guluva, even though I knew he was gonna win. That's how
Mm.
upset I was because I said to myself, no miracle is gonna happen because I can already see the fanatics going crazy. Like I swear they were gonna resurrect Nelson Mandela if that man did not win. I'm telling you right now, they were gonna resurrect Nelson Mandela and Winnie and make them get married if that man did not win. It was that bad. It was that, and I was like, yeah, he already won. I already know he already won. But I was so pissed. I was just I switched up my TV and I said, let's just go to bed because
Yeah.
this is just not it now. This is not it because we can't just be making one type of people win and just because they belong to that clan and just because they have this respectful demeanor. We do not want respectful
Yeah.
demeanor. If you wanted respectful
Absolutely.
demeanor, we would be watching Jesus Christ and church and blasting it. I don't know, man. Like we would be watching some boring ass nonsense. Like not this shit. Like this is wrong. This is wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the rent. I'm a bit turned, but it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is. This
It's
is the
allowed.
platform to rent. This is the platform
Yep.
to rent. So come for me. I am over this. So if they don't go back to basics where the show is to play the game to death, then nothing is ever going to be the same for this show. Might as well we just cancel this. And next, you know what's going to happen, Glory? Guess what? BBN is gonna die also. It's gonna follow suit because it's already just trotting in that. It's already so
Hmm.
I love how you guys are saying, oh my god, I can't wait for BBN to start. Let's see who's gonna come this season. Let's see how it's
Sis,
gonna be boring for us. Let's see how they're not gonna show us anything on pool party and just shake their BBLs all day. No drama. Let's see
do you know
again.
what's even
Let's see
worse?
again. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's even worse? We're complaining about
Mm-hmm.
BBMzansi. Do you know that
Mm-hmm.
BBN, that is BB Niger, it has its
Mm-hmm.
own very annoying streak. Number one,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all the housemates know somebody in production and they know
Precisely.
previous housemates. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, the only
Mm-hmm.
thing they think about is their brand. At least
Mm-hmm.
one thing I'm going to give to the housemates this season is they were not thinking about brand. They were
Mm-hmm.
going out all
Mm-hmm.
out for the game. But
Mm-hmm.
you see, BB
Yeah.
Niger, what we have now,
Mm.
like last season, my brand, my brand, my brand,
My
my
brand,
brand.
my
I am
brand.
mature, I am
Focus.
mature.
Don't lose guard. Don't lose guard. Don't lose your brand. Don't lose your brand. You still have deals to sign outside. Let's just wait. It's nice now. You guys are saying BBM was flop. They're gonna flop at BB Niger as well. So yeah,
Hmm.
we'll gather here again discussing how it's flopping and laugh. So I love you guys. I love you, Glory. Let me go to my
Thank
husband.
you.
Thank you so
Go to your
much.
husband.
My husband. My
I love the way
husband.
you put it.
My
It's
baby.
like Beyonce. I'm off
Ah,
to see my
he's my
husband.
husband. He's my husband. Let me go cater to him. He's been waiting for me. I love you guys.
You know it. Oh my God. Chai, she's so just the fact that she just said that right now, it just made me imagine her in Big Brother's house. You know, after having an altercation with someone, she just turns and said, "You know what? I'm off to see my husband." Oh my goodness. Crazy stuff, but I love it. I love it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time that I'm going to reveal my faves of the season. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been in this community for the longest time, I'm sure by now you already know. Yeah? I'm sure by now you already know. You already know. You already know. But let me allow you guys guess in the comment section. I would love to see at least 5 guesses in the comment section. Who do you think was Gloria Elijah's fave this season? And let me give you a hint. I had more than one fave. So let me see if you guys got it. Yeah. So if you know me too well, if you know me too well, if you know the kind of things I like on a Big Brother show, by now you should know. Yeah. But let me know in the comment section. Come on, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, I'm seeing your guesses. I'm seeing Nsuku, I'm seeing Shini, I'm seeing Bonnie B, I'm seeing Super Secret, I'm seeing Jojo. Interesting, interesting. I'm seeing Bonnie B and Nate. Ooh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think one person just got it 100%, and that is AB. AB, you're right. AB, you're 100% right. This means AB, you know me very well. Amy, you know me very well. You know me very well. Yeah. Amy is actually right. Rixon says Vesicle must be one of them. Bunny, possibly Swiss as well. Suko Uyanda. Otil said Vesicle, Bunny, and Suko Swiss. Interesting. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for your suggestions or guesses. I mean, you guys, you are close, but AB hits the nail on the head. And AB, this shows that you really know my mind. And for those of you that don't know what AB mentioned or that typed, I had two faves this season. Two faves this season. And before I mention those faves, let me remind everybody that for those of you that have been watching me for the longest time, I'm sure you know by now that with Glory Elijah, it's about how a housemate interprets the theme of the season, bringing drama, bringing entertainment. Because I don't want to be bored, I analyze the show. So for me to have something to analyze, housemates in the show, they should be able to give me something to work with. If you're not giving me stuff to work with, I'm sorry, I don't know what to talk about you, right? So it was Nate and it was Bonnie B. Now, I know that Nate's fans are going to say, oh, Glory, you're lying. We don't believe you. We don't trust you. Well, it's not up to you to believe me. It's not up to you to believe me. Yeah. Now, my first fave of the season was Bonnie B. The second person was Nate. With Bonnie B, it started from the stage on the day of the launch show. Yeah? There was something Bonnie said on that stage. Okay, maybe not on the stage. I think it was on an intro video. I think she said something about was she the one that said something about praying with her rosary, that she came to the house with her rosary, that she prays, something like that, right? I think she was also the one that said something about I pray a lot, but I'm also very wicked. She said something like that. And for me, the theme of the season says what? Umlilo, right? And you guys gave me the interpretation. It said it means fire, it means heat, you know? So I'm like, okay, this girl wants to come and burn down the house. She wants to bring the heat. Let's see what she's got. And then from that very night of the launch show, she already set the tone for the season. By doing what? By utilizing her power. You know, yeah, Bonnie B bought my respect that night. Now, how did she do it? A lot of people are going to say, oh, when I get into the house, I'm going to try as much as possible for people to love me. Mandy was the first person that said that, oh, when I get into the house, I'm going to be friends with everybody because I want to be in everybody's good books. I'm going to be making hair for the ladies. I'm going to be doing their makeup. But guess what? Who had the most fights this season? Mandy again. She was always fighting because she realized that, listen, you cannot be friends with everybody in Big Brother's house. You are going to have your differences. You, at some point, you're going to be blowing off. And we realized also that she had a short fuse and her insecurities. So she could not keep up to what she said on her intro video. For Bonnie B, she said that this was what she was going to do, and that was what she did. Now, she did not decide to play the saintly card, you know, by going with the choice of the rest of the house when they were supposed to vote on which of the extra 6 housemates were to join them. When the other housemates decided that they wanted Dube, Bonnie B decided to go with who? Sipali. For me, that was how she bought my respect. Now, a lot of people hated her for it. A lot of people did not like her for it. But I respected her choice because for me, I'm like, wow, this is bold. This is very audacious. This is very unapologetic. And this is very daring because she knew that people were going to hate her for it. But she still stood her ground. She used her power as the leader of the house at that point in time to make that decision. And that was where the game started for the season. A lot of people did not realize it, but Bonnie B set the tone for this Umlilo season. And that is the reason I keep on saying that come rain, come sunshine, Bonnie B was the Umlilo. She was the heat. She was the fire of this season. No caps. Whether people liked her or yes, she was the one that started this season officially. Officially. She did not care about the hate. She did not care about the dislike. See, she went there. She was the embodiment of what Gloria Elijah is always looking for. I need an audacious, I need what they call it, an unapologetic, I need a daring player. See, from the stage to the arena on the day of the launch show, Bonnie B gave me everything I wanted instantly. I had no choice but to put my eyes on her. I said, this girl, you're going to make this season interesting for me. And she did not stop there. Because when they went back into the house, during their introduction and stuff, and then the very next day, you could sense that she was already a threat to people. Nate was very, very smart and quick to identify Bonnie B as her biggest threat in the house. And that was why Nate was working harder than the devil on that smear campaign, on that character assassination against Bonnie B. Before Bonnie B even said what she said about KB, Nate was already instigating people against Bonnie B for being the one that is always cooking. Nate already started this narrative of Bonnie B trying to engineer kitchen monopoly in the house. She was already at loggerheads with Bonnie B for being the one that is always cooking in the house. And then the KB situation happened that Bonnie B said what she said. And Nate also leveraged on that and was, pitting up the rest of the housemates against Bonnie B. And I'm gonna be honest with all of you. As much as I have said countless numbers of times that Nate played a very vile game, she was very, very manipulative. Ladies and gentlemen, manipulation is also one thing that Gloria Elijah loves, a Big Brother's game, whether you like it or yes. To get into people's minds, to play mind games with people, you have to be manipulative. If you're not skilled in the art of manipulation, I'm sorry, my dear, they're going to manipulate you and they're going to use you. So, the thrill for me this entire season, yeah, and this is my personal thrill, right? The thrill for me this entire season was the fact that my first fave came to set the house on fire. And then my second fave was very quick and smart to identify her and decided that, I'm not going to sit down here and watch you take all the shine and watch you win the show by, being a threat to me. So I'm going to eliminate you by all means. And so that was exactly what Nate did. And how did she do it? She did the almost impossible to rile up an entire country against one person by pursuing a narrative, engineering that narrative, and circulating that narrative to almost everybody in the house. And then production also helping her game by always focusing the camera on her whenever she has whatever she has to say about Bonnie B. Ladies and gentlemen, see, it takes one who is very manipulative and also possesses the power of persuasion to be able to do that. And that was exactly what Nate did. And the fact that Nate did not stop there, she went ahead to get on to KB, and then she tried to get on to Jojo, and then there was BK, and then there was the narrative she was cooking up with her Bobo. See, every time you see me shouting, South Africans, don't fall for it, don't fall for it, I knew that if you people are giving Nate the long rope, she would destroy the careers of almost all those housemates that she was targeting. She was targeting Abobo because she recognized that Abobo was a threat. She was targeting Jojo because she recognized that Jojo was also a threat. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I love gamers. I love people that give me things to worry about on the show. I love people that give me things to talk about. I love people that give me things to think about. Because for me, when I watch the Big Brother show, I really want to see the social experiment in it. I really want to think. I really want my brain to work. For me, I do not watch the show emotionally. I don't watch the show and say, "Oh my God, this one is so beautiful. This one is my favorite because this one is beautiful." I don't watch the show because these two people are kissing and I'm like, "Oh my God, they are so in love." Fuck that shit. I don't give a. I don't care. I don't watch the show because I'm thinking, "Oh my God, this one is from this side. Oh, this one can speak English. This one can use accent." I don't care about those things. For me, I watch the show because I want to see people that would keep me thinking, that would keep me on my toes. You keep me thinking. I'm watching you and I'm trying to psychoanalyze you and I'm trying to understand the kind of game you are playing. And sometimes you make it difficult for me. Sometimes I see through your game. Bonnie B and Nate, they did that. Bonnie B, every day she woke up in the morning for I think for the 2 weeks or 1 week she stayed in that house. I think 2 weeks. For the 2 weeks she stayed in that house, aside the period she was serving her punishment with Ashley, Bonnie B was always creating a topic of conversation in the house. Housemates were always talking. There was drama. If there was drama happening independently, one way or the other, somebody would look for a way to drag Bonnie B's issue inside. Why is she always the one cooking? Oh, she's rude. Oh, Bonnie B is a bully. Bonnie B is this. Bonnie B is that. There's always conversation. For me, that was it. I enjoyed it. I liked it. And for Nate, as I said, you see that mind game she was playing, that game of manipulation. I loved it. I really loved it. I loved it. And for me, that is worthy of the theme, Umlilo. So you see, when you look at these two people, Bonnie B's Umlilo is a bit loud. Nate's Umlilo is not so loud. It's very subtle, but it burns. So for me, I had two faves that were giving me two versions of Umlilo, and it was worth the watch for me. Nate's game was very vile, but it was worth my time. It was worth the watch. Like, it gave me the translation of the theme of the season. Although she needs to take accountability for what she did. All this, I was just being myself. I was just being myself. Nate needs to ask herself if she's really a vile person in reality. I don't want to believe that she's a vile person. I don't think she's a vile person. As I'll always say, you see these housemates, I don't know any of them from Adam. What I know is what they portrayed on the show. And I don't want to take what they portrayed on the show as their true personalities. Because I believe that because of the competition, these housemates, they had to shift themselves. Some of them had to amplify their behavior. Some of them had to water down their behavior. I don't know which one is the true version of themselves. But for Nate, that thing she was saying to Smash Africa on the stage yesterday, "Oh, I was just being myself. I was just being myself." And then when she was telling Big Brother doing her final diary session, "I was just being myself." I'm like, no, girl, stop saying that. Stop telling people, listen, and I'm making this as an announcement now. Anybody that knows Nate should tell Nate to stop saying, "I was just being myself." Because that myself that she showed, I will accept that as her being a gamer. But in reality, that was just a very vile person. She was very vile. The way Nate portrayed herself in the house, she portrayed herself as one of those women that if you offend them, they can easily turn around and accuse you of rape, accuse you of sexual harassment, accuse you of anything that will destroy your life and your destiny. And that is not a good look. That is not a good image she wants to embrace as I was just being myself and I'm not ashamed of it. No, if you were playing a game, let the world know that yes, you were in a competition and you had to break all the tables, you had to break all the norms to play that game. Then I will accept it as that. A number of people that support her, they can also accept it like that. But then you don't finish playing such a game and then you come out of the house and then you're going for interviews and then you're telling the whole world, I was just being myself. That was who I am. Girl, that's you. If you say indeed that that is you, that is really you, girl, you are a deadly person. You can kill somebody. In fact, you can kill somebody. Yep, you can. So don't go around. This is a message to Nate. Don't go around embracing that picture of yourself. You see that side of you. But you see the side of it that is very intelligent. Yes, that is you. You're very intelligent. You're very perceptive. You're a deep thinker. You're smart, very smart. You're street smart. You're book smart. But you see that side of you that gets power because I'm a woman. I'm using my femininity to implicate people. I'm using my femininity to put people in trouble. I'm using my femininity to falsely accuse people of different things, vile accusations. Don't embrace it. It is not cute. It is very vile. It is very disgusting. And this is why I always encourage anybody that goes for this Big Brother show that listen, you as a housemate, you are inside the house, you are living your life, you are playing the game, you're doing whatever you're doing. You do not know what production is showing to us, the viewers. Yes, you see the cameras inside the house turning and turning and turning whenever you're running around or whenever you're having conversations with people. But what the camera chooses to show the viewers, you don't know. So be very careful when you come out of the house and doing your media rounds. They're asking you, oh, are you proud of how you played your game? And then you are proudly beating your chest and saying, I was just being myself. Be very careful. You cannot say I was just being myself. That is who I really am. You cannot say that that is who you really are because you do not know what production showed us, the viewers. You might have been a very good person inside the house, or maybe you have been observing your home training. You are trying to prove to the whole world that, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a sweetheart, I'm nice, I'm kind. And production, because of course they want traffic, they want to sell the show, they want to draw engagement, conversation. They might not necessarily show you when you are in your soft girl era. They might not necessarily show you when you are being sweet and demure and nice. But when it comes to all those crazy things you did in the house, they will show it. Why do you think that every Sunday during the live eviction show, when these housemates' highlights are shown to them, why do you think they look at their highlights and they are shocked? Like Swiss, when he had all those stolen moments with Pilili, the guy was shocked. He did not know that production would show it, or whether they did not show it, but they captured it. The guy was shocked. Nate saw herself when she was kissing this one, when she and Jojo kissed, when she kissed this one, kissed that one, kissed this one, kissed that one, and then she had to hide it. When they asked her, oh, what was your highlight in the house? She said, oh, the free lamza, free lamza. You could see that the viewers were not even finding it funny because they knew that that free lamza she was talking about, she used it to try to destroy people's reputation in the house. So anybody that knows Nate needs to tell Nate that when she's going for her interviews on all of these media, for this podcast and here and there, I know that she's going to be so hyped and she's going to be so pumped and she's going to feel so proud of herself. Somebody needs to tell Nate that Glory Elijah says that she needs to be careful when she's proudly declaring that everything that she displayed on TV was her just being herself. Because the side of her that we really saw a lot of was a very vile individual that would do whatever it takes to bring people down. She needs to be very careful. She needs to be very careful. And so I'm going to stop talking here. Ashford said she's so nonchalant in being evil. I mean, yeah. Norma, I can't pronounce this name, says, since Guluva won the show for being a hard worker in that house, I watched the show diligently. Well, that's for you, and that's valid for you. Toby says, and she most definitely wasn't aware of how she was depicted on the outside. Exactly. And not just about Nate. Now, most of the housemates, I don't think they are even aware of how they were depicted on the outside. Some people had that privilege of being depicted as a good person, i.e., Sweet Guluva. He was depicted as a very stress-free person, as someone that does not like drama. but then a lot of other people were portrayed as very problematic people. Yeah. Sia says Nate used people till the last day, e.g., Jojo. You're absolutely correct. And that is why, for me, when I watch these housemates, I watch the gamer side of them because I don't know them from home. I don't know who they truly are, and I'm not here to judge who they really are. What I am judging overall is what they portrayed in the house and what production is showing us. And that is why sometimes too I call out production, because it makes me wonder, okay, are they not doing other things besides this XYZ thing they're actually sharing? Because we have to keep the conversation balanced. All right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I have revealed my faves of the season. And to be very honest, guys, I'm sick and tired of this season. I just feel like if I continue going on, making videos, talking about the season, I'm going to sound like a broken record because basically almost everything I want to say, I think I've actually said it on most of my videos, and I've actually lost enthusiasm for talking about this season anymore. I don't want to beat about the bush anymore. It's tiring, it's exhausting. I wasn't satisfied with this season. If you ask me, I was not. The season had potential to be great, but then sadly, it wasn't great. It wasn't great because of all the factors that we have all listed out. It wasn't great, and I'm not really happy about it. I'm not really happy about it. And I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I did not have the intentions of reviewing this season because I was very disappointed in last season. But then I decided to invest time to review this season. And to be very honest with you, deeply disappointed again, just like last season. Very disappointed. It was a waste of my time. Yeah, it was a waste of my time. It was a waste of my energy. It was a waste of my resources because doing what I'm doing, I actually invest a lot of resources into this. Electricity in Nigeria is not cheap. But thanks to the likes of AB, Old Seoul, and the rest of you amazing individuals that have been coming through with your tokens, you guys have been really, really helpful. And I appreciate all of you for it. And no, speaking about AB just dropped a token just now. AB, thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate you always, always, always. You have no idea the impact of your contributions to this channel. It really goes a long way to help, and I really appreciate you for it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to finally end my conversation about this season of BBMzansi. Officially, this is the end of the conversation. If anything comes up one way or the other, I will do a video about it. And when I say if anything comes up, our top 5 now, they're out there. They're having their media rounds. I've been ignoring the media rounds of all the other housemates because season has been really annoying. But I'm very, very interested in Nate's interview, Nate and Jojo. I really want to understand why Jojo suddenly decided to bond with Nate over Super Secret. And so I'm looking forward to Nate and Jojo's interview. Yeah, I want to see it. So if anything comes up, I will make a video. But in the meantime, this is where I draw the curtains for Big Brother Nzamsi season 5. Yeah, and I want to let you all know that this is not the end of this channel because I saw a lot of you saying, "Oh, Glory, I'm going to miss you." Okay, Rixie is saying, "Glory, please retweet the video. I've retweeted the video. If you go on my Twitter account, you will see where I retweeted the video of production celebrating when Sweet Guluva was declared the winner. They were so excited. They were literally celebrating in the control room. Go check me out on Twitter. Same name, Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. You will see the video right there. Yeah. Shamelessly celebrating. Very unprofessional, by the ways. But as I was saying, this is not the close of this channel. I am currently reviewing Young, Famous, and African. Very, very highly requested reviews. And so far, I have reviewed up to episode 4. We have 4 more episodes to go. One episode was supposed to be released today, but yesterday was Saturday was hectic. We had a live stream. Sunday, There was the finale of the show, and then there was also Real Housewives of Lagos. Real Housewives of Lagos, we're going to be having a live stream of Real Housewives of Lagos this Saturday, this week, Saturday. So, guys, please make sure you come through. Don't miss out. There's a lot happening on the Real Housewives of Lagos. So, if you like the show and you have a lot to say, because there's a lot going on the show right now, please make sure you come through. I look forward to seeing all of you. All right. And I'm still contemplating if we should have um, a live conversation for Young, Famous, and African. I understand that a lot of you have already watched it in January when it was released on the 17th, and there's been a lot of discourse about it online. So if you want us to have a live conversation about Young, Famous, and African, let me know. I'm going to put out a poll on my community tab tomorrow, and we're going to vote. If you want us to have a live conversation about Young Famous and African, you will vote. Let me know, all right? And then probably on Monday next week, we're going to have a live conversation around this time for it, all right? But yeah, that is all. I am out of breath. But I really appreciate all of you for your time, your commitment, your contributions. God bless you all. I love you all so much. I am grateful for your contributions to this channel. I see your comments. Thank you all so much. God bless you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys on my next video. That will be Young, Famous, and African, my review of episode 5. It's going to be dropping on tomorrow is Tuesday, so that means it's going to be dropping Wednesday morning 6 a.m. So I look forward to seeing all of you. All right, do not miss out. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have a fantastic evening. Bye for now. Good night. Yeah.